WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Hey, Chicagoland, all roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our two locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m. where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 a.m. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Yeah, man. Ideas, man.
You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind you. It's so clear to see. that you wanna be free. You don't have to find me. I'm looking right behind me. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free.
Let's go.
Standing my ground, I can't mess around now. It's like my time is in a bottle, captured by your love, yeah. Now I know women's got this thing going on. We can't stay around so long, but I wanna come correct. Baby, get your foot off my neck. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind me. Understand clearly, that you wanna be free. It's the time that you spend making me think within. It's the trust still beginning. Fade away from beginning of the day. I can see you trembling times, and I can see you wondering mine. Is it me considered? Shoot us with it. See, you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind thee. It's so clear to see, baby, that you wanna be free. You don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind thee. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free, yeah. I'm just trying to be the best I can. You can call me a troubling man. Matter of fact, I'm from the side of the street. Baby girl, you're calling on me at the time that I feel the presence around me. Something that I can't let go. It's your time and everything around me there. I just wanna hold on, but you don't have to find me. I'm walking right behind me. It's so clear to see that you wanna be free. I just wanna come correct best I can. Baby, get your foot on my neck. And just before you just leave, baby, I've been trying to tell you I can't breathe. You don't have to find me, baby, I'm walking right behind me. So clear to see that you want me free. Down pressure, baby. I just want pressure, baby.
WIFTPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
WIFTPM.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, in the building on the, what's this? It's a week 304 Wednesday. Somebody told me they was coming back. Somebody told me it could literally officially be week 304 Wednesdays coming back somewhere in the universe. I've been feeling a certain kind of itch myself. When you talk about week 304, though, not that kind of itch. Because, I don't want them to be talking, week 304, y'all mind could go anywhere with an itch. So I don't want it to be. But I am feeling a little itchy trigger fingerish. So who knows what could be on the horizon. I feel a little business-ish, right? Feel like I might want to mind my own black business again. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I don't know if I'm be talking to you black people, but I am feeling kind of week 304-ish today. It is Wednesday. This used to be the day. I see my girl Erica Burton out there. I see the new era on the move. They got action this week. I see y'all. Man, it's Wednesday. Y'all make sure y'all check out my boy Chris the Critic. Y'all also make sure y'all check out B Foster. B Foster about to be 50. That's all right, you late, dog. I'm about to be 50. I still think I get to take a year off because I got played for my 50th. Ain't nobody really made up my 50th for me yet.
The pandemic ain't over.
Oh, Jesus Christ. You know what?
Monkeypox.
Man! Don't even... See, there you go. You trying to... Well, shoot, that would be a great topic for week 304. Considering, but you can't say it because if you say it, then... They say it, but then if I say it, then I'll be in trouble. But I just remember... I'm just saying, week 304 Wednesdays, man, y'all want to see week 304 Wednesday come back? I feel like y'all probably, it's the winter time. Y'all gonna be in the house, so it might be a good time for it to come back when y'all in cuffing season, right? Because y'all right out now, y'all out here acting up. Y'all outside. Y'all like COVID me. I'm outside. I see y'all. Y'all be at the festivals, no mask, no nothing, kissing, hugging. It's like the summer of love. So anyway, 304 is love. What? Do 304s like... everybody need love, so I'm going to stop. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson, on this Wednesday, the 20th. It means we are officially past halfway in the summertime. I feel like my summer was stolen from me, but it's okay. I'm not going to trip. I got the rest of it to go. So while I'm at it, Ruthie Mo!
What up?
Wait. Oh, you do have a hoodie. I was like, at least you ain't got the hoodie on.
Not yet.
I took the heat down took the air up down a couple notches.
But now, it always start off good.
All you.
Then you be getting fired up. Your temperature be going up. After you
I catch the Holy
keep
Ghost.
sipping your coffee.
I keep catching.
You're gonna be like, it's hot. And then you're gonna go out there and you're gonna blast it. And I'm just gonna put my hood on. I ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh my goodness. I catch the Holy Ghost. About 7:15, 7:30, the Holy Ghost get me.
All right, listen, you be going. Just sip your coffee. That's why you get iced coffee. I get it because you be having to cool yourself
I have to cool
down.
myself down. It is a temperature. And then I be worried. Like, it's going to be a day when I'm already at half. So now I got to regulate because won't nobody bring me a second cup. That's okay, though. One day when I'm important, somebody be like, he needs coffee. And they going to run out. But it's okay. I was thinking about getting a coffee. Do you think we should get a coffee thing over at,
What's a coffee thing?
Like where you could have 2 pots of coffee? Like when I worked at Burger King. We had because people drink coffee.
I saw our Keurig over there.
Yeah, but the Keurig.
No, that's good. Single cup. No mess, no cleanup. Anybody trying to swish out them things?
But then it costs. That's what you.
Think about
the cost, right? He's thinking about the cost.
About the money.
Right, the money.
It's not about the money, Maze.
If it's yours, it is.
No, it gotta be COVID friendly.
COVID, man, coffee is hot. You can't survive in 200 degrees, 300
It gotta
degrees.
you gotta think about all those things. Long gone are the days of shared coffee pots in offices. I think the potential is too high for contamination.
What's the matter? Okay. Nah.
Yes. I'm pretty sure most offices got Keurigs now.
I'm just asking. When you go to Dunkin' Donuts, they ain't got a Keurig. They got
one of them
pots.
big old things.
That's what I'm talking about. One of the things where it's a big thing. Oh, you can't stick you just stick your hand in it.
You just ain't trying to buy the different little flavors of the little pot.
You better get you some cream.
See?
And then get you some infused cream.
That ain't right.
Okay. Till you get that caramel frappuccino. Look, I'm gonna give me some Cloud 11. I'm gonna be like, look, Pops, can you put some I know you make the cookies. Now can you make some coffee creamer?
Now if Irish coffee when you add liquor.
But it's gonna be weird. It's gonna be it's gonna be Ungawa coffee. Damn it, we putting in our own, and it's gonna be CBD and Delta 8. I've been noticing that Delta 8 stuff. Hey man, these people be around here. They be sneaking up on you. You go to the gas station now. Every gas station sell weed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Everyone.
Well, depends on the type you go to. If it ain't got no bulletproof glass, it probably ain't got no weed.
Actually, now the
Unless
white
you
people
go to the fancy ones.
No, then it's usually behind. But if you go to that one, then they got socks in the window. They got everything.
Everything.
They are the hood general store.
Good word.
Like they be like, do you need?
But they ain't got no nails.
Like to hammer in the wall.
A general store is supposed to be where you.
But you can go. But if that's why you got dollar. That's why.
Not your T-shirts and your Laffy Taffies.
Well, if that's where you start, if that's where you work, if that's where the tips start out, you get dressed at the tip.
Nope, and it say not labeled for individual sale.
Now you go in there, they busting up the 12-pack. And call this number. And they be like, you think I'm stopping there to shoot? Don't get me started. I just want to point out that I do not like the new Snapple bottles. I do not. Plastic and skinny. It's like they shaved the ounce out of that bad boy. They made it aerodynamic, but it's like, dog, I used to be able to at least make it through 3 swigs. Now it's like 1.5, 2.
Is there anything good that's still coming to glass?
That, to me, glass was the best delivery method. To get a cold glass out of the refrigerator, out of the, like a cold Snapple out of the, man, Charlie.
What is the world coming to?
I hate these plastic bottles. And then it's like, my thing is, you could at least crush the glass. I remember, did anybody ever break bottles when you was a kid?
Break them?
Like go outside and break glass?
Oh, that's an offense. You get in trouble for that.
I know, but that was what made it fun. I used to like to break glass.
Like, no,
did you ever bust light bulbs and watch them explode?
There was enough glass on my block already breaking up, so no need to add it to it.
Well, honestly, like we was like barefoot walking outside, so we knew not to like be playing around with no glass.
Okay, used to.
I'm shocked by that.
I used to break glass all the time.
I
lived in the city.
No glass where I was at. No, we
Five,
in the city.
we went to Boulevard. They wasn't. You couldn't find none. It was like everything was in the garbage can. Like
recycling bin, not the garbage.
We there, right? Look, I used to take the bottles because when you could go in the alley and just throw the bottles up in the air and they would come down and smash. It'd be psh. I used to do that all the time.
You scared of glass popping in your eye?
No.
Yo, you wore glasses your whole life.
No, I did not.
What age you start wearing glasses?
I was blind forever. I remember the first time I put some glasses on, I was like, damn, this is what it looks like. I was like, let me tell y'all.
Hey, it's like the babies that get the ear implants when they show the videos when they first get them and how they react.
Yes. Let me tell you, I promise you I have driven across the country blind, not knowing that I was blind. Man, I used to be like, Dad, they need to make these signs bigger.
If you ain't know how you gonna know?
I'd be like, man. Then one day I was like, wait, you mean you supposed to be able to see that from that far? Oh, yeah. Anyway, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, in the building. Ruthie Moore, sweatsuited out. How you got sweats on and no socks? You got on a hoodie, a sweatshirt, sweatpants, and no socks.
Because I got on.
If it would have snowed
the shoes
outside.
I have on are the sockless shoes.
You could put some socks on it, though.
No, you're not supposed to wear socks with these.
I don't think that black people should be running around here wearing Toms.
You also don't think black people should wear Toms.
Right. I'm
or
just
Crocs.
Saying. Well, I'm okay with Crocs.
You are?
Toms, I would give me a pair of Crocs just for the house. Just to be knocking around the house. But Toms, nah, I can't be walking around like, hey, like when they put them in the store, you be like, oh, I need some Toms. Don't let Brian Mullins find out you wearing Toms because they going to be talking about, like, we need to pass. We should award those shoes to people. Like, send them to them in a box like, congratulations.
Maze.
Tom was a hero. What'd you do if we mailed you, what's in it for the Black People Awards, mailed you a pair of Toms? Congratulations.
I would wear them.
Huh?
I would wear them.
I'd be like, congratulations. You have won the Toms Award from Wiftaba.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
If I called you a Tom, congratulations, you won the Toms Award?
No, but I thought Tom was a good person.
You can't tell no black people that when you outside.
That's true.
They'd be like, Tom? You Tom's wearing Tom? Okay, Ruthie. And they got the nerve to be in Chicago colors. That is so ironic. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore. Plus, in the background, he getting ready, y'all. He feeling the itch. I see he got his Bears hat on. It's coming around, man. It's that. You know what though, Riis? I think I gotta watch you because you jinxed us last year. Riis. First game of the season. What you do? You came in.
Second one.
Second game. Second game of the season. Riis shows up to the tailgate, clapping for someone's injury. And the rule, no, is you don't root for someone to get injured. And then
I rooted for him to get injured. I rooted because I felt like Justin Field had an opportunity to show what he was made of. I really hoped that Andy Dalton had a speedy recovery, but I just thought that it gave us a chance to see the guy that we drafted with, I think, 7th overall, or whatever pick he was. And,
you've
like
cleaned this up well.
Yeah.
Riis,
yes.
I'm still holding you responsible. By the way, we will be broadcasting the Bears games on Sundays. At like black people, do you need a place? Do you ever feel like you want to go to a place where it's black people and you can sit down and have a good time? You know what I'm saying? Enjoy yourself, not have to watch your purse, but be good.
I just got in the age bracket where I can do that.
Right. Really? Well, did you make it over? Because, we
I ain't quite there, but I'm just now in the age bracket.
So make a plan for your Bears games on Sundays to come up to the Obsidian Social Club. Y'all need to. I'm trying to figure out who will be the charter members of the Obsidian.
Like, right? What you mean?
So, the Obsidian is basically a co-working space, multimedia facility, pool room, lounge, social club.
What is that?
That means that if you need to do a presentation,
got it.
Right, you could put it on screens.
Got it.
Right, if you need to host a community event, but you have to be a member of the social club, and then you have all the access to the amenities. Plus, if you want to have lunch on the south side, you could Uber Eats, and they'll have it plated for you. Brought it in, bring it, put it on your table, so you can sit down, act like you fancy. at the door, but it's only members, right? Then they got like curated events, right? So they got the Taco Tuesday coming up. Then they got Taco Tuesday coming up. Plus they got comedy and karaoke on Thursdays coming. Plus live music on Saturday nights. The Obsidian Social Club. Plus then they're gonna, the Wiftable One, What's in it for the Black People, and Black People One. Mm-hmm. Black People First hold their meetings. I'm just telling you, Ruthie, will you be a charter member of the Obsidian?
Of course.
You sure?
Yeah. Because why not?
What you mean, why not? That's
right. I mean, why not?
You gotta get
I don't think there are many places, really, honestly, to go that
I'm gonna tell you, I don't think there's a nicer place on the South Side for low-key entertainment. And for all the people that have been there before, it's been remodeled a little bit. Mm-hmm. So they done changed it up, man. They got all type of stuff going on over there. Soon they gonna have a black book section.
Oh, I like books.
You like books?
Black books.
Man, like not the color black, the stuff about black. See, I be worried about putting books because, black people take your books. They be like, let me borrow that. You never see your book again.
Wait, why? Well, it's just like to...
Well, see, I was thinking so we should
have...
Is
that what it's for? To borrow? I mean, you're supposed to bring it back, but...
When last time you brought somebody's book back? See? That's what I'm talking about.
All the time.
Uh-huh. I'm not letting nobody borrow my books. But I do want to put them up there. But anyway, I want to have a collection of black books. So, like, when the young people come, they can take a book. Right? Like, take a black book. Like, if you got the ISIS papers, like, Erica gave me the Marcus Garvey book. But, like, have all of the black books up in the place, too. Mm-hmm. So that, like, if you want to have a black discussion, like, I want to start discussing, like, if you got a book, if you got a project, I want to do something on this cryptocurrency, even though I feel like it's falling through the roof right now, through the floor. I don't know what's going on. But, like, all the types of informative informations, I want to know, like, what kind of panels people want to have, who would they want to hear. Mm-hmm. I want to get these parenting discussions. Have you seen Tennille launch a parents? You ain't a parent. Riis, you probably need to get in there. It's like a mom squad for moms and dads, though. It's like parenting and tips and all of that good stuff. She should put that in the chat as well. All right, y'all. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Oh yeah, check this out. We should Suzanne Sugarbaker, or whatever her name is today, said we should do an adult spelling bee. I think we're gonna do that on the first Taco Tuesday. An adult spelling bee. You in, Ruthie? You probably think you'll win.
I highly doubt people will sign up.
To be an adult spelling bee?
Anybody trying to be embarrassed? We living in the text culture, autocorrect, that's spelled for us.
That's why it's going to be fun. After you have a drink, you going to be like, okay, for $50, Ruthie, spell your mama now. All right, so they did this. They was doing, like, I think that is, so we're going to do the adult spelling bee. Plus, they got board games. So if you like, do you like Connect Four? They got a giant Connect Four. They got giant Jenga. They got Monopoly. They got the fancy versions too, like the wood. Like the wood games, like not the board games. They got the wood version. I'd be like, man, y'all tripping around here. You can get your man. I'm gonna stop. Anyway, y'all check out Obsidian Social Club. Very soon there will be the inaugural members. If you are interested in being a part of a black social club that has a location, time, and place to be, you tired of going to the nightclub? But you want some good music. You want to talk about something, but you don't want white people listening to your business. You what?
Oh, I'm just saying, do people call it the nightclub? I'm finna go to the nightclub.
I'm finna go to the lounge. They be like, we going to the lounge.
Who says that?
If you over 50, you ain't going
to the nightclub. Ain't it just the club? Even the club, but not the nightclub.
Well, we ain't a nightclub, no way. It's a social club. And it's where black people can be. It's like the black people social club where you could go and we can actually. I don't know. We can't really discriminate, but you can't get in unless you come with a member, right? And so, like, whoever the black person is that's bringing the white person, we got a special seat for you.
Where?
We're segregated. You think they'll sue us if we segregated ourselves? If we said,
listen,
what if we called it a whites only club and it was all black people there?
Maze.
Yes.
They gonna take some of the players from the civil rights movement, come and do a sit-in inside.
Come on, sit down.
They gonna be holding hands, singing songs.
We should. Right, because I forgot I can't be a racist. Right now in the new world, in the world of purple hair.
Civil rights is for everybody.
Next thing gonna be this, and then Dylan. See now, if they had a segregated church, there would be no Dylan Roof.
I will give you that one.
I'm just saying, like I feel I'm right now with the way that the country is. I feel very nervous in rooms with unverified white people. That I really do. Like, and now if you look even a little bit funny, I'd be like, if you scruffy, if you scratch, if you got like the heroin thing going on or like the opioid, right? You know how like all of that, that now is a concern for me.
Or a bag.
Right. Oh God. Hey, oh God. I'm here to tell you.
I can't. When I see white men, white boys with bags out.
I'm not in the. I'm not the stuff. Like I'm gonna tell you.
Don't let it be big enough to have one of them little foldable rifle things.
We need like a Home Depot hour, because you know I've been nervous at Home Depot. Man, I can't even change the light bulbs. I'll be so nervous going to these stores now, looking at some of these people. It ain't even the pickup truck that make me nervous now.
I would like to pass a law that all white men need to have transparent
book bags.
Book bags.
Oh yes. Man, I'm here to tell you, I am. Okay.
They need to start doing stop and frisk.
Stop! Dad, you think Highland Park? Ooh, they
need to start doing
employ a stop and frisk policy.
These white people.
Yes, and they need to. And where are their parents?
Where are the parents?
How about this though? This is crazy about the Highland Park shooter. His dad signed for him to get the gun underage. Did you know that you can sign for your kid to get a FOID under 21? I did not.
People hunt all the time.
Joe, you see Joe Thomas here. Shout out to Jet Firearms Training. You know, I shoot him when he was like, get out, stop.
That's why I know. Don't be brandishing your gun.
Right. Joe, hey man. Joe, we need to have another class, man. We need to have another concealed carry class over at the Obsidian. See, but that would be one of the activities that we would have. Like, I would like to have a monthly concealed carry class.
That was fun.
It was fun. I want to do concealed carry, but what I also want to do is update it. Like, I want to get good. Like, you know what I'm saying? No, you know what I'm saying? Like, I want to be...
You want to be some tactical?
I want to be like... Get up! Then I want to be like... Why are you laughing?
You're so funny.
Go ahead.
But you see that man in Indiana getting high praises. The one that took down the mass shooter.
I'm telling you.
He getting high praises.
I want to be ready. Ready when the white man come. I want to be ready. Ready when the white man come. Ooh! That's Church Maze Jack in this morning.
You is on one today.
I'm just saying. I want to be ready. Ready when the white man come. Woo! Why y'all, Reese, why you back there?
Goodness. Okay, so do I have this in my mind to replace all church songs where it say Jesus with the white man?
Dude, that's what we were singing back in the day anyway. But you think the black people, right? So it's a lot of black people that was singing about a white man back in the day anyway.
My stomach hurts.
I'm just telling you.
You are so funny.
Ruthie, I'm just telling you. I still have trouble imagining Jesus as a black man. I say it all day long. But I mean, it's been burned in my head. Every Bible I had Jesus as a white man. So, you know, I be seeing the pictures that they have in the hood with Jesus with the locks, right? And I'd be like, that is so dope, but I cannot. It still be hard for me to be like, I'd be like, stop playing with me. You know, like I do be like, that's not Jesus. Come on, man. Like, I really do be with the black people when it be like, gee, but I've been indoctrinated. You know, I'm just saying. Where have you ever seen Jesus in a picture as a black man except on the corner in the hood?
Good times.
All right. But I'm just telling you, and even in that one, I was like, I'm with you, Florida. I'm like, I'm with you. I'm with you, Jesus. I be trying. I do. I be like, God, like I do believe that God is like like I want to say God is a black man because it's made in the image, but I be like, well, why we be getting our asses kicked so bad then?
Test, man. It's a test, man. He said he gonna do it.
That be your own people, Riis. It be your own people. Jesus got black man, they be whooping on us. It be your own people, man.
You hear them calling, man, King Israel and all of them, Jake, all of them calling, man. They be trying to speak that knowledge into us. I guess, Ruthie, we was born in a generation where where they was bringing that up. So, I think by the time we was like 10 or 11, we already then heard God was really black. They was telling us in the Bible, So y'all probably did grow up, where Jesus was white.
As white.
You know what I'm saying? That's why.
Man, you want me to go to the black Jesus? Man, I'm not. Let me tell you. In my church, if you gave me a choice like the black doll and the white doll, and you said, Maze, pick one of these, you going to heaven?
Black doll. Please say you pick the black doll.
Riis, heaven. No, I'm not. I would pick the black doll. But if it's, how they put the Maze, pick the black dude going to heaven or the white dude going to heaven. In 1985, I'm picking the white dude. I'm picking the white dude. I'm like, y'all not tricking me. In 85, dog, nobody black was picking the black. Like
it was a group. It was a dashiki wearing radical group of black people that was trying to tell y'all what it was.
Exactly, and then you saw what happened. They was called Move, and they blew them up. I'm just telling you. I know. I've read the Bible 3 million times. I know hair like lamb's wool, feet like bird. I got you. But they ain't never show you that until I ain't get to that chapter until I was like 21. I got to college. I'm telling you, if you would have told me Jesus was black up until I got to the University of Illinois, I probably would have fought you.
But if he was made in your image, then why wouldn't he be black?
Because he was made in a white man image, not my image. Come on now. King J, I'm telling you right now, you got about 300 grandmamas out here right now that's having a problem right now trying to imagine Jesus with locks.
Of course.
I'm just telling you. Even having a problem with him right? Could you imagine Jesus with cornrows?
Like Allen Iverson's?
Yes.
They weren't styling like that, but yeah.
Why, yes, I can.
I can imagine with hair though, man.
I'm grateful to have grown up in a time where we were kind of exposed to like more ideas, and we had access to like different streams of information. Like, so I've never like struggled with thinking that that Jesus was black, like that these were black people.
I have struggled. Like Joe, okay, so I'm not trying to be funny, and I mean,
if you just think about the sun, like how your skin gonna be that?
Hey man, they spent a lot of time working on my head, man. I'm telling you,
that's real.
This is what I am telling you.
Y'all had to read Little Black Sambo in school.
If I had not gone to the University of Illinois, and I promise you that I believe that if you were to go to Bolingbrook with the people that I grew up with, black ones, if they didn't go to college and have this experience, they probably are catching up to this now. I just got to tell you that we have been undereducated on our role, and I'm just telling you, like, even when you watch, like, one of my favorite movies of all time is The 10 Commandments, right? The one with Moses, right? Like, understand, I watch that every year, twice a year. Not now, but back in the day, right? In Egypt, like, all of the stuff that, like, do you understand how long it took for me, like, even hearing black people tell me all the stuff about Egypt, to put that, to replace everything that I was grown up with in my head, to put those as black people? It was hard. It is, even when I watch them now, like Yul Brynner, like my idea of, like, even just understanding the concept of the Middle East is Africa. It ain't the Middle East, it's Africa. It was like being in my fraternity is when they was like, yo, cuz this right here is where the world was born, and we came here from this, and what you think is, and I was like, wait, what? I'm gonna stop lying. And I gotta ask you, where does that cycle get broken?
The chains. It's difficult.
I'm just saying, and I'm saying
it's psychological. It's hard. It's so difficult to go against stuff that the people that reared you taught you.
And then imagine if you ain't engaged. Like, imagine if I wasn't as deeply immersed in blackness, as I was. Like, I would very easily move past all of y'all and be like, it would be very easy for me to dismiss y'all if I had not gone to college.
But think about the psychological torture that of an existence that is. Like, it's really like truly a form of gaslighting. Before that word got into the lexicon, black people have been getting gaslit by like America for so long. And I think it's so wild. That's why I'm so happy that the Columbus thing happened. Because I remember at first you was like, no, leave it up. And for the life of me, I just couldn't understand how literally you was taught the same thing in school. They taught me the same thing in school, and we like decades apart. So how is that okay? So for America to be coming to that level of reckoning with realizing like, okay, really he ain't discover America. Like, we got to stop lying. And I think it's kind of a similar situation with religion. But you got to look at like the history and how it was used. And
you
really,
gotta be ready.
And really, I don't speak Hebrew, so I don't know. I don't trust King James like that.
I don't knowing what I know about King James now, and I don't trust him like that neither. But I'm just saying, like, I mean, if you understand, like, when you went, bro, do y'all understand I went to church freaking 6 days a week at one point?
Hey, man,
You was into it.
And in that 6 days a week, I never once imagined any of them people that they was talking about to be black. Never.
They had on little Jesus glass things of Jesus being white with the lambs. Like my church had
yes.
like the
bro, I went to a white church.
Yeah.
I went to the Church of the Nazarene. I'm telling you, this is the type of church that freaking Klansmen would go to. Like, if this church was down south now, like, you be like, them are the people, right? The people I grew up with are the people right now who are praising Trump because I remember that Gary Hart. Do y'all remember Gary Hart? They threw him. He was a member of the Nazarene church, but he cheated on his wife. He was about to be the president. He cheated on his wife and got caught. He was a Nazarene. They damn near threw him out the church. Like, now, I want to talk about this a little bit because I do want to also talk about the whole God thing and all that. This kind of went somewhere else. But like, this whole concept of, this makes me I want to loop this all back to these white people now discovering redlining. Right? Right? Like, let's just stop the freaking lies. Like, because we got headlines to talk about, but I really do want to talk about this because, like, all of these misconceptions, all of these lies, like, Ruthie, can I tell you?
Red lying.
Right. But this is another, like, let me tell you what this is. Right now, the reason all these white reporters are jumping on this story and making it a big deal is because they know they racist and they report. Like, can we talk about media redlining? Right? Can we talk about green lining? Can we talk about all these lines that y'all want to pick one from 40 years ago instead of the one y'all executing right now? But here we go. White folks have just discovered racism. Like, so I do want to talk about this, but I want to talk about this redlining. I want to talk about it all in perspective. But the redlining, how do I explain this? And I feel like I don't know where this has been corrected ever, actually physically done. But when have we, as black, I feel like when I was growing up, I had a love-hate relationship with black people. In that, I'm clear I was black, But I always was like, how come the white people never really realizing that we ain't less than, that they have literally put traps in everything that we do to make us fall in a hole?
Because they gaslight you to think that thought process is not right. When you start to recognize that the bootstrap stuff don't necessarily work because of you call them traps. I think they're actually governmental led policies.
They are. Did you see what happened in the city of Chicago today? Where in the paper where the federal government called out the city of Chicago for its racist housing policies. It's funny to me because I think this is all tied to this redlining thing that's happening now when they were talking about the environmental racism, which I felt like was the most obvious example of environmental racism that we had seen, knowing what it was when we saw them move that plant from Lincoln Park to build a multi-billion-dollar facility for white people, a new city within the city, only to find out that they were going to pollute the southeast side.
Yep.
With the assistance of the mayor. But now look, y'all. I'm going to do the headlines. I'm going to take a break. I'm going to do the headlines. And then we're going to talk about this red line. I got to be clear that all of these white people that are running around, jumping up and down, talking about they have just now discovered redlining, stop it. Like, don't come over to black people talk about some, did you know? Like, this is some Christopher Columbus stuff. This really is. So white people are now Christopher Columbusing us on racism. I have discovered redlining. And you see where we live at? Do you see? Do you know? I mean, don't get me started. And so now this is white guilt trying to find a way to monetize our pain and suffering again. Look, y'all, this is the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, my man, DJ Riis, the ruler. Riis, we've been sitting on this runway for a minute, so let's take this soul plane off. Let's get it up to 60,000 feet. When we come back, let's welcome the seniors. Let's get some news, traffic, and weather. And let's be ready. Ready when the white people come. Woo! We gotta be ready. Ready for the white people to come. We'll be back after these messages.
Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBP WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP Media's just for you and me.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 6:51 a.m. and I'm Riis the ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report as we head over to the Kennedy. Overhead to the Loop will be 25 minutes. Out Southbound to O'Hare will be 21. On the Edens, inbound from Deerfield to the Exchange and back will be 28 minutes. Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 33 minutes, 28 minutes to Thorndale. The Stevenson, 49 minutes from I-355 to the Dan Ryan. Outbound will be 33. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 36 minutes. 23 minutes to I-80. The Dan Ryan is now 20 minutes to the Loop, 13 minutes to 95th. On DuSable Drive South will be 7 minutes and 8 minutes north. Today's weather, it is currently 80 and partly cloudy. Today will be a high of 91 with a low of 75. I'm Riis the Ruler. Back to the Maze Jackson Show.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Mo, in the building, plus DJ Riis the Ruler. And y'all, we are ready. It's a black man coming, though. All right? I'm okay. I got it. I think I picked it up. Ruthie, Jet Firearms said, hey, Ruthie, said he wanted to give you a big shout out. She said that was fun. Ruthie was like, get on the floor.
No.
What'd you say, Ruthie?
I'm not gonna say. I don't have to exert that much energy.
What'd you say?
Get on the ground.
Please.
Get on the ground. I'm asking you.
I'm asking you politely.
She's gonna tell you no weapon formed against me shall
Man, he your ass. All right, anyway, look, y'all. Shout out to my man, Joe Obito Thomas from Jet Firearms Training. He the one got me right. Joe, I got my card in the mail. I'm still trying to go get my thing.
Better get it before they ban it.
Right, I'm trying to go get me. I want to go. Right, I'm gonna have to go to Texas.
Whew.
But man, can you buy it in Texas and come back?
I'm not going. Just let me know when you get back.
Okay. Well, you don't want to get Ruthie.
I think I can go. Probably if you travel with a man, you good.
Right. I was thinking about that. I was like, Ruthie, look, this is our woman in the back. She is not pregnant. But she is a birthing age, so we are taking her back to
Chicago. Gotta bring out Bitty Blah Black when we go down there.
All black. I wear my cowboy hat and my. That's so funny. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson.
Y'all need to stop making fun of these real issues. That's the problem. That's the problem. It ain't funny.
Ain't funny when the rabbit ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun. Okay, let me do, because I don't want to get in trouble. First of all, let me say what's up to all of the listeners from WBGX 1570 AM. This is the Maze Jackson Show. That was some religious discussion for you this morning. So if you was wondering what was going on, you got your praise and worship. I actually want to talk about the whole thing about God, religion, and all that stuff a little bit later, because I was asking about it yesterday. And maybe I'll take it to 8:30. So y'all tune in at 8:30, because I do want to talk about the whole role of God, religion. I know religion is bad, but spirituality in our lives, and then what role does it play in government? And it almost feels like you are ridiculed now. Like they want to profess freedom of religion, but it's almost like you are ridiculed in the democratic world for having some level of belief. And it's a weird space to be in. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. But what I do want to do is hit some of these headlines. And then we're going to come back to this redlining thing. Because white people, the new Christopher Columbus is... Hey, black people! Did you know that in 1940... Yes, dude, that's why we live here. I wanted to tell you that I found out that there is racism in the house. You don't. How they do? Remember they do. You don't on the Little Rascals. You don't say. And I want to come to the black people and tell black people. And like, what's so crazy is the white reporters are running around like, I'm racist. Why don't you report on racism in your reporting in your newsroom now? How about that?
Tell me how your grandma got her mortgage.
Right. Tell me. Right. Do you live
in the same home that your parents bequeathed to you?
How about this one? Or how about this one? You know how many times you talk to people and they tell you, yeah, when you be in a black neighborhood, and they be like, yeah, we used to live there in the 80s. Like, right? It'd be like,
we used to go to church right
there. I grew up in that. Like, and then the Negroes came. And my parents said, no more Negroes. It'd be funny to talk about white people, talk about the neighborhoods that the black neighborhoods now that are white, the black neighborhoods that were white. Did you know that before Don Stroger, there was a white alderman in the 8th Ward?
Mm-mm.
Yes. And it'd be like, I remember when we was having them meetings with when I was meeting with the Ducky people?
Mm-hmm.
The guy that I was meeting with was a white guy who owned all the gas stations on the South Side.
Yes,
and then he left.
I know who you're talking about.
Right? Ruthie. Like, all of the white people that be talking about this stuff are the beneficiaries or the participants. The participants. Like, fam, if you was in a neighborhood that was once black, that was once white, that is now black, and y'all left, y'all was part of it. Oh. So now do we want to frame the conversation from that step? Because that's what, when you telling me about it, looks like to me. Y'all came over here, we left. And then we said, y'all don't come where we come. We moving. Keep them Negroes over in that line. Get me started. I'm reporting live from Park Forest. Right. Let me tell you about what happened to the niggas on the South Side from Park Forest. Man, please, if you don't get y'all, and it's front page, and then they had the audacity to have white people to write the story. So they softened it up, right? Like in the 40s. No, my grandmama. But you don't want to say. That's what I read. When you say in 1940, I say when your grandmother. Oh, Meemaw. My bad. Meemaw. All right, let me stop. Let me get to these headlines before I be mad again. I'll be like, in the 1940s, when y'all was throwing, right 20 years before y'all was throwing bricks at Dr. King, y'all was like, how do we keep these Negroes under control? We just built an express. And can I just say something?
Didn't he come here for the segregation?
Yes. Okay. In housing. Right? Like, right. Mm-hmm. And then it's like, this is why black people should not trust white media anymore.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm just saying, Ruthie. They're gonna report to us. Come on, man. The front page story on both papers, written by white people, highlighting a white savior who has discovered that redlining happened. Now, I just need to be like, I feel like it's an insult to my intelligence.
It is.
Like, how do you come to black people and say, did you know that there was yes, man. There's a reason you can't. It's redlining right. It's redlining in Chinatown right now. Tell me the last time you seen a house for sale in Chinatown. Seen a house for sale in Beverly? What? Saguenash? No, because they be like, we ain't letting them in this neighborhood.
I actually looked at a house about like 6 years before I moved to Forest Park, right on right outside of Chinatown. It was like Chinatown, but it wasn't like if I walked 2 blocks, I was in Chinatown.
It wasn't Chinatown. No. See, close but no cigar. That's like the near South, dude. like the near south is. And let me just tell you, near south is we south side, but we ain't that south side. Because when you say south side, south and west side, what do you mean? You mean black people. There's code word for black people. So if I say near south, then that means we ain't them niggas. Because when you think south side, boy, y'all gonna make me lose my mind. Up in here. I'm gonna get you some headlines because Tennille is gonna whoop me, and I gotta see her in person today. So I will get some headlines right after this break. Look, y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Maze Jackson.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
I want to know, is there an offensive black people list? Who manages it, and do black people have to honor it?
Maze. You're Uncle Tom. That's why you're an offensive. And the reason why you're Uncle Tom is the real story of Uncle Tom. How he worked for his freedom, and then the slave master reneged on him and wouldn't let him get his freedom. So you know what he did? He left. You're messing with the church's money. You were smart enough to work your way off, so you offended the white folks, and then you offended the black folks because your ass left, and because they wouldn't. And who manages the left is both black folks and white folks, because if you see in that situation, the black folks is just as mad as the white slave owner that Uncle Tom left.
What happens if you say that and someone gets offended?
You ran off the plantation, brother. That's why you're offensive. That's all I got, bro. Keep being offensive.
Thank you.
Maze Jackson.
I'm feeling good, y'all. Smiling more every day. Closer to my dreams. Hey, guapole, the food tastes better. I stopped smoking squares. Healing from the inside out, making repairs. I forgave some people. Thanked them for the lessons, cause holding on to it was blocking my blessings. No more stressing. Worry dishonors God, so I just pray. And I'm loving my odds. Mingle with like minds. Gravitate where light shines. Graduate, masters. Yo, rhymes ain't like mine. Big Dank from the west side. This is my best self. Taking vacations. Hoping the rest helps. Got a career now. Loving what's ahead. My spirit is free from the stuff that I shared.
I feel good now. Ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days. Something to sing about. Let's do it a new way. More than just talk about. Today's a holiday. That's what it's all about. I feel good now. Ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days. Something to sing about. Let's do it a new way. More than just talk about. Today's a holiday. That's what it's all about.
I'm feeling so good now. Walking on higher ground. Got out the country. Visit some new towns. Made some new friends. Let go of some bad ones. Soon as that took place, everything got fun. My lifestyle going up, opportunities showing up. I'm back where I want to be. No headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie. It's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love. It feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio. This ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day. Blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much. Now I got much to say. Raised my credit score. Got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive. Well, call me a magnet. Plugged into an outlet. Living life outright. All on my Kid Cudi. Focusing day and night. Right?
Now ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days. Something to sing about. Let's do it a new way. More than just talk about. Today's a holiday. That's what it's all about. I feel good now. Ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days. Something to sing about. Let's do it a new way. More than just talk about. Today's a holiday. That's what it's all about.
Feel good. See, my state gets busy. That's the cardinal rule.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
We need money and no symbolism. It's made in Riis, Ruthie and explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect you oppressed to solve wrong.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis, the ruler. Plus, the inimitable. I like when I say that word. The inimitable.
I can't pronounce it.
That's why I say it. The inimitable Ruthie Mo in the building. It's the 7 o'clock hour, y'all, and we have not touched the headline. But I was just thinking, like, how many people, Ruthie, because then it made me go back to that post that I made about the Emmett Till stuff, about old girl Carolyn Donham Bryant that's still alive. Mm-hmm. That said, that was the one who pointed at Emmett Till. And I was looking at her black and white picture, and it's like, and you look at that, and I be thinking about, like, how many times do those people that we know were the people that were against us? Mm. And how far do you get away from those teachings?
What? Very far. So far that they've named it a movement, critical race theory, and they don't want you to say nothing about it.
Mm. Dang, I didn't even think about that.
I think that is all of this stuff that we're talking about goes together, but I don't think it's based on white guilt at all. It's based on black people embodying the never forget mentality. So what's happening is America know that there's a debt owed to black people based off of historical inequities that were well documented. So what's happening is they know they would rather be in charge of the solutions instead of having us in charge of the solutions.
Because the solutions for us would be go get them racists that we know was alive in 1965 and cook them.
That's what's happening. So that's why they want to control the narrative. We know the media is controlled by less than a handful of companies, right? So you see the same messaging being parroted all across the nation, but really it's a goal to control the solutions that black people are coming for. But what I'm peeping is that the solutions off of the black pain are multicultural and people of color, and that's why they want to control it so that we don't have control over the solutions.
And the solution won't be as punitive because the other groups are grateful, right? Where we like, hey, Joe, you stole us. You brought us here. The other groups be like, I came to America why are you black people complaining? This is the greatest country in the world. I agree, it's the greatest country in the world, but boy, y'all screwed us over. And I feel like what that does is that waters down our argument. So if you throw the Latinos in, if you throw the Asians in who are doing much better than us. You can point to them and say, see, they're not complaining, they're working. They can say, yes, keep on repaying us and pay us with their money and we'll be good. We ain't gonna complain. We don't have an issue. Meantime, they want to tell you that they discovered redlining. Next thing you know, y'all, this was gonna be the next thing. There's going to be a video released by a white woman telling us about what happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Right? Then there's going to be a story, somebody else white is going to tell her. Watch when they retell the Emmett Till story. Well, they already tried that. You know that, right? Mm-hmm. Right? And I told you when they redid the Emmett Till story, they definitely made a black man a focus of the murder. So it wasn't like, they was like, y'all was in it too. Mm-hmm. Why you call each other Negroes? Why can't we? So if y'all was lynching y'all own people, we're not so bad. Everybody was doing it. You guys had slaves too. I just need for y'all to understand that right now, it is laughable to me to watch all of these white people report on racism from 40 years ago as they participate in it now and as they continue to benefit from it now. Like, and I gotta tell you, telling me that you're going to figure out a way to get the property that was stolen from people back. So we stole your joints. We used every tool in the box to do it. Now we want to put a trustee in place to get the properties back on the market first, sooner, so that we can further gentrify the neighborhoods instead of saying, if the story was, and so now we are figuring a way that after we did all this redlining to hold the groups and people. Now there's no talk of accountability for the people who committed the acts against us. You just saw the mayor's paper say we saw a minimum of $3 billion in wealth stolen from black people, but they want to redistribute to black and brown people. But then you look at that, and there is if we were to talk about the people that stole, robbed, and took all of our stuff, when you talk about it in Europe, when it happened to Europe, people got checks for that.
It's called reparations.
These people, they ain't talking about giving the land back to the people who it was stolen from. Nope. They like, here's why y'all stuff is jacked up, and we're going to sell it quicker now, so that you can live in a neighborhood that once the white people come, they're going to ask you to leave. So we're going to put it back, and what we want you to do is clap for our discovery of, when I saw these people tweeting, like all these white reporters tweeting and putting this story out in there, I was like, are y'all really doing this? Like, are you really putting this on? So is anybody going to report on greenlining, Ruthie? Because here's me. They want to report on what happened 40 years ago. Report on what happened 4 weeks ago. Report on the fact that while you talking about we were systematically drawn out of the housing, we have been systematically drawn out of cannabis. Let's talk about gambling lining. We have been systematically drawn. So y'all opened up the world for DraftKings and sports, all these people to come into our neighborhood and tell us we can't participate none. But you want to report on so are we going to do a list of whose grandmothers were there and grandfather, whose meemaws and meepaws was there? Like, the story to me is, who are the people who did it and what are they doing now? No, because then when we call that out, then somebody going to be calling us racist. Mm-hmm. Because what we want is to talk about the story, but not talk about it in a way that so we'll talk about the victims. We won't talk about the perpetrators.
But that is how. Because
the perpetrators are telling the story.
That's why I said they want to control the narrative, because that is where the power lies.
I'm so blown by this.
That's why that whole critical race theory piece is bigger than school curriculum. It's about controlling the narrative. So then in these books, I can say black people were immigrants. Remember, that was in one of them textbooks.
Right.
So that's why I'm saying, like, it's about controlling the narrative. And the media plays a role in it. But when you scratch the surface of that, you got to think about, okay, what's the history of the media? And how is that correlate to journalism schools? Like, so all this stuff works together to work against us. And we supposed to just be happy about it. Like, thank y'all for finally acknowledging how redlining has
Y'all
impacted
is so
black
good
people.
to us. Thank you, white folks, for being so good to us. Salim says, yeah, but the key is to cast the solution as something that isn't punitive, but as socially therapeutic and economically beneficial. Well, I would say that when they prosecuted people in Nazi Germany, it was punitive for the atrocities that were committed against the Jewish people. It was punitive so that nobody would do it again.
Never forget.
Like, you do this, you will pay. We will hunt you down till you are the Simon Wiesenthal. I remember reading The Nazi Hunter.
Look, we will hunt you down so much that your children are going to change their names so that they will not be associated with you, to assume new identities. That's what a lot of them people did when they strolled on into America. They tried to change their names because the Jewish people was finding them.
Now, if I was to try to start to find who stole the land, who sold houses on contracts to black people, where are they now? You'd be like, they are at the City Club. They're at the Economic Club of Chicago, right? Like, wealth has been built on the backs of us. Like, and because there is no conversation about redress, right? Because we allow them to come into our neighborhoods and talk to us about our pain and suffering that they participated in, benefit from, and then be like, man, now that we're rich, what y'all gonna do? Okay, I'm gonna move on. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. That was the social media question of the day. Can I ask the question? Matter of fact, open up the phone lines. Reese, hit the button. It is the Mace Jackson Show. And since we've been talking about this, I'm going to go to headlines and then we're going to come back. Plus, we got City Council. Plus, NASCAR got released on the streets, which is not lost on me. But I got a lot to talk about. But, Reese, hit the button for me. And I want y'all to call in on this because I really do think this is something important. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Reese, hit the button.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Did white people really just discover redlining? Like, did they? Like, did they just participate and didn't know? Was it intentional? Or is this us being gaslit again? I really feel like I'm being Christopher Columbus with this story, which is white people, white media, white elected officials are utilizing the discovery of redlining. And I gotta say, discovery? How is it possible that someone didn't know that redline? How is it possible that you live in Chicago and did not know that housing segregation was intentional? How is it that you didn't know that redlining was a thing, and why is it an important topic now? Is it because there is some redress? Is it what makes it now? What did white people really just discover redlining? Do you believe that, Ruthie? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. It's like, did they not know that? Don't we call Chicago the most segregated city in the country? Do you think that black people live in depressed neighborhoods because they chose them? Or do you think that the neighborhoods were systematically destroyed, or whenever there was something bad, they put it there and then they said, don't bring that mess over here? You know, when I was a kid growing up, I used to think that we just didn't get it. Not realizing that, no, we got it, but everybody else rigged the system to screw us. Like literally. And because it was an acceptable practice to screw the Negroes, everybody just took it as an okay thing to do. And then they got to the point and say, well, we don't want them. But if you've taken all the resources, if you say the best black people can't do better for themselves, the people that have grown, that have saved their money, no matter what you do, you still OJ nigga, and you cannot live in my neighborhood. You cannot put your kids in a better school. You cannot upgrade your facilities to be equal. Then it does make you, if you don't see that or understand that, feel like, what's wrong with you? I used to look at us and be like, what's wrong with me? No, what it makes you so insidious that every opportunity for a people to move forward, someone figures out a way to disenfranchise them, because guess what? Who cares about the niggas? Let's go to the live show. It's the Maze Jackson Show, live phones. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call. 872-259-7474. Did white people just discover redlining? Caller, you there?
No. Yes, I'm here. Yeah, this is Harold. So they just now decided to talk about it in public. They didn't know about this. Maria Pappas, I seen her putting it out. You know, why are you just now putting this out? You did this before the election. So she did this strategically. So this is nothing new. I've been hearing about this stuff when I was in church. When I was in elementary school. So it's just that, I don't know. It's political, man. It's just election time. They're trying to win over some votes. So Maria Pappas, she been new about this.
Okay.
And hello?
I'm here. Are you on speaker? Harold, you're not on speaker, are you?
No, I got my earpiece. I got my earpiece.
It's killing us, man. I wish you could put you must be driving.
Oh, my
man.
phone.
Put it on your phone, man, because you got
Yeah, hello?
There you go. You much better.
Yes, I was saying I took it out. So I was saying that, Maria Pappas, she knew about this. Why you didn't put this out before election time? This woman is playing games. Not just Maria Pappas, but other folks as well. They knew about this. I've been like I was saying earlier, I've been hearing about this stuff, redlining, since I was in elementary school. And dealing with that Black Jesus, hey, I done seen a Black Jesus over at Trinity and St. Sabina. But what I don't like is that when they portray a Black Jesus in movies or TV shows, it's always kind of like buffoonery. Like there's a show called Black Jesus, But if you look at the movie Red Tails, one of the pilots prayed only to Black Jesus. So this is a side note.
Okay. I appreciate that, Harold. I always
Love
appreciate
the show. Y'all keep up the great work.
Thank you, man. We appreciate you. And you go ahead with them Cavaliers over there. I know y'all CVS's, even though they trying to shut y'all. I don't know if CVS gonna make it, man. West Family Channel says redlining is on the state exam to become a real estate broker. So what's the story, y'all? Like, what is the story? Like, I need a reason to get the black folks hyped up so we can have another black champion. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Have you ever, did white people just discover redlining? Caller?
Yeah. No, hey, man. No, of course.
Hey, man, what's going on, Femo?
Of course they did.
Mike, what's in the background? What's in the back? Jake, what's in the background, man? Turn it down.
Okay, I got it now. I cut it off speaker now so you can hear me. But real quick, bro, the reason why them illustrations is in the book is they was trying to trick us. And I can't understand who was reading it because it go over and over. I told you yesterday about, I said Solomon, but Solomon said he was black and this and that. It's all through the book. But when they got the copy, when they start printing it, they put the pictures in it, the trick and fool. They some deceivers. The devil just means deceiving. And I heard you talking about the eagle yesterday. With the eagle, that's why Egypt just means captivity. Kemet was, or Mesmeran was the name of that place. It wasn't Egypt. Egypt just means captivity, and they got a lot of it because this came to the land of captivity. Not only that, look at the dollar bill. They got the pyramid on there. Everything, and those Kemites who claim that is the ones. They Hamites, Shem, and another thing like Shem, look, Semitic, right? When they say you're anti-Semitic, they're really talking about Shem. Now, Shem is our bloodline. How am I going to be anti-Semitic? They're really trying to say Shemitic, but they took the H off of it. But bro, they've been going on. It's been going on, and of course, that's why they illustrated the Bible like that. I don't believe in the New Testament like that. And when we got the Tanakh, the brothers just holler the Tanakh to me today out the blue. Tanakh, the Torah is deeper than that. You know what I mean? So yeah, when you're looking at the Ten Commandments, they got Moses. When they got Moshe on that, I don't know Hebrew all the way through. But it's some brothers that do. And it's some brothers that been in Chicago, been over there in the land since 1967. They got the hospitals. They got the whole thing. They got the hospitals. They got farms. They got schools. They got everything. They left Chicago in 1967. The year I was born. You know what I mean? So over 50 years they've been there and they doing their thing, bro. Shalom, Mikey. Thanks for giving me the time. Stay strong, man.
All day. That's my man Jake Israel. It is the Hebrew Israelites. Was it Ben Israel went over a while back. That's where Brother Sadiq is from. Oh, let me get your call. Let me get your login. Ruthie over here spending money. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Do white people just discover redlining, or is this some part of a bigger plan to get us going again? Is this why you're on the line? Get on the live? Give us a call. Call you on the Mace Jackson Show. Did white people just discover redlining, and why are they telling us what we already know? Call
bro, good morning. What's going on, bro? What's up, Ruthie? What's up, Riis? What's up, bro? Hey, man. Dog. First thing, man, we just got to get on code. Now, the Israelites, this is where they come into play, bro, because that is the historical lineage path. Now, you got to put that over there. So they've been studying us since that long. So when people, like somebody said, the devil is used to distract you. So that's a distraction. So we don't need to put mental energy on, is this new? Why they just discovering it? Man, forget all of that. Because once you hit them with the historical facts, then that's when they get off balance. So this is what we need to do. We just really need to focus on us being on code, doing business with each other, and not putting our disagreements in the public. All of this is divine methodology, divine path. We had to get kicked in the face, go through this so we can finally get the truth and rebuild and move forward. And that's what we own. That's why we going through all of this stuff. You got to get in these books, learn it for yourself. If you need somebody, get with somebody that can learn you something or help you understand this stuff so you can teach your family and you can teach your kids. Then it'll start opening up too. ISIS papers, we talk about this stuff. Neely Fuller's book, all of this information is in these books. But you gotta read it for yourself so you can begin to reprogram what has been indoctrinated into you. BP1, the church is open every Saturday. Y'all come through Obsidian, come rock with us so we can build this political infrastructure. Because we are the visionaries of how black politics needs to work out. Nobody's doing this but us.
Man,
that's it, man. I love y'all, bro.
That's my man, Devo. Let me tell y'all, I do. That's my man. But I do think that we have to. Well, I think it's important that we understand that they are trying to take control over this narrative. And we got to own it. And I think part of it is we got to make sure that our people, because I'm going to tell you the answer, like probably if you would have asked me a year ago, somebody would have did this report, I would have been like, oh yeah, I'll let you come on and talk about it and tell us about it. But when I think about it, the more I think about it, it's like white people coming to tell me about what they family did, not what they doing to fix their family. That's not a story for me anymore. Like you getting to say, ooh, I'm with you and our black and brown matters and all that stuff. That's cool. What you doing about it? Right? And if it doesn't involve checking your people, then I really don't. You don't get my platform to use it. Now, if you gonna come on and tell white folks, Meemaw got the title to Meemaw ran them people up out their house. They sold them. They made them pay all their whole life savings so that you could go to college. Right? If we ask what communities took advantage of black people and called them out and said to each one of those communities and put a monetary number on how much wealth they stole from us, and then we call those communities out, I think I'd be called a racist. Right? That's why they want to talk about redlining, because if we talk about redlining, then we going to talk about the people that did it.
And we're going to get to the money.
Not the money.
We get into the money.
No, we want to get black people.
Everybody mad.
Say hallelujah. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Let's go to the live lines. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Did white people really just learn about redlining? Or are they gaslighting us?
Good morning. This is Katie.
Hey, Katie.
They are. Hey, baby. How y'all doing? When I read the story yesterday, it was, I said, another slap in the face. That Maria Pappas is something else. If you all, I don't know how many people among us that listen to the other station when she is on. She's a trip. She racist and don't even know it. She insults us and she don't even know it. I mean, she thinks that she's doing us a favor by with these return on the on taxes and stuff that we should already be getting. That's not easy to understand. And then when she does, she gets a family that she finds out they are not getting something that they should have. She insults them by getting all into their business. She asks all kinds of personal questions. She is something else. I don't know if anybody realizes she is a trip. And with this article, it was very insulting. Just like you said, they're just not discovering us. Let black people tell their own story. Where is the black reporters that can report this story and really get into it, how we think about it and what we think should be done? It was very insulting, and I'm very happy that you brought the subject up. Thank you, Katie. Bye-bye.
Appreciate you, Katie. Bye-bye. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Look, I ain't calling nobody. I'm just saying that we all of a sudden, when did black white people discover, it's like, racist? They discover racism in housing? Well, clearly, did you see the report that said that the whole zoning and everything in Chicago is based on racism and discrimination? Like, they like the whole joint. Everything.
Duh.
Like, right. We like, duh.
Duh.
Duh. Remember when we used to say no duh? Did anybody ever say no duh?
No duh. Oh, of course.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, it was like no duh. But it got
duh.
No duh. It was supposed to be no duh, but we were like no duh. Like it just
no,
evolved.
say it like that.
We were like no duh. Anyway, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Guys, did you know that there is racism and discrimination in housing in Chicago?
Really?
What? Who didn't know that they built the Dan Ryan 3 miles out of the way to keep the black people on the other side? We've known this, right? We knew not to go to, black people know what not. That's why. Didn't we just get through having an argument about black people should know not to be on 103rd and Western?
I just thought I wasn't qualified.
I thought just all black people, black people all had bad credit. I just thought everybody had bad credit. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
It's systemic.
Oh, for real. I'm with him.
I really just thought that everybody black had bad credit.
Yeah.
That's why I'm telling y'all, it is psychological warfare.
Like, I be telling you, you don't even look at other places to buy houses. Like, it's certain places I'm just like, I can't even go.
No, they ain't gonna let me.
They ain't gonna let me, right? Nope. I ain't even. Man, I be like, they ain't gonna let me.
Then you gotta go look at the house with your little nice. Yeah, how you doing there,
right,
sir?
you gotta put on this, right?
Oh, yes, I have 2 great children there. You know what I'm saying?
I have, my kids are out of the house.
Yes,
right? My kids are out of the house. Like, we all know. So you can have a 500,000 square foot mansion in Homewood, or in South Holland Olympia Fields, same house on the North Shore, and our house is 300 times less than the one up north. Duh. What did we not see in the stories about the appraisals? I'm just saying. I just gotta add, like, when your family was in the city of Chicago, when you live in the same neighborhoods that we lived in, and they was like, we don't live there. I used to live on 87th and Stony. You did? When? Before the Negroes, right before the Negroes came. Then, like, our parents, this is the story. He's like, you know, I lived in the city, and then our parents just decided that we were going to move to the suburbs. No, your parents said, it's too many niggas around here, and I don't want you dating none of them. So let's go to the suburbs, because I do not want one of them melanin-challenged children.
And then they never send their kids to the city.
And then,
you don't know how many times I done worked for CTA and then been at Skokie, and then somebody like, oh my God, it's the first time I'm on the train. And they like grown, like, what?
Wow.
Where you been at? Never been inside the city but 3 times. Where you been at?
Stay away, because they teach you to be scared. And you go to one neighborhood, you come straight downtown, and that's we done messed that up, because they don't come downtown because they could catch the Metro, not the CTA, dude. Like, why you think it's a Metro line from Beverly? No, seriously. There is a Metro line from Beverly. Don't nobody from Beverly take no CTA. 95th Street Beverly got 2 Metro stations. You can go to 111, probably 3. 111th, 95th. They ain't touching, and it take them right down to where they got to go. They ain't seeing no parts of the red line.
I ain't mad at them.
Exactly.
Yeah, that red line kind of crazy.
You hear about all the crime that's been happening?
Because you Negroes got bad credit. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Let's go to the live line. That's why. But check it out. You know where I bet you if you went through your mind, you would know where the red lines are. Like, I bet you if I asked you where's the red line on 95th, like the red line community, I bet you if you said they redlined it at 95th at Damon is a line, right? That's a line. 95th at Ash, that's a line. For sure. At Damon, there is a line that goes straight across to 87th all the way down to 111th. That is a red line that is right before you get to Western.
I think it's like Oakland. They didn't call Oakland.
Well, no, that's Beverly through Oakland. But see, what's happening now is the black people are now moving west. So guess what? The Oakland, they move into Frankfurt. They move, look, Tinley Park white people are now moving to, like, they moving to Wilmington. Like, the Wilmington, like, Oswego, when I was a kid, it took you 2 hours to get to Oswego because there was no road. Now white folks moving to Oswego because every time, like, we done moved into Evergreen Park, right? Look at Evergreen Park. There was a time when you knew you went to the... Okay, I'm going to stop talking to y'all because y'all don't get mad. Look, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We got callers on the live line. Callers, is red line... Did white people just discover redlining? And where are the red lines that you know where black people just better not be? Give us a call, 872-259-74. Huh? Dave, you on the Mace Jackson Show. What's up, man?
All right. Thank you so much for taking my call. And I put in the comments on Facebook and YouTube about Neely Fuller. It's one of the 6 strategies for maximal confusion. He's the writer of the United Independent Compensatory Code System concept, a textbook workbook for thought, speech, and action for victims of racism, white supremacy. And so, as all that title to say, we just simply refer to it as a code book. But this is nothing new because he observed the phenomenon, I guess in the 40s, and particularly in the 50s, with that second and third generation house. That was the precipitant of it. Let's say the beginnings of it. But it is due to the system, and if you touched on it yourself, you said it's not something that we do; it's something that they do. See, if they chose not to move out to Frankfurt, they would keep what it is and where they would want to. They can move out, or move us out, or move, they are the ones causing the other causation. of the whole thing. You see, so to understand that racism, white supremacy, and its actions, what it is and how it works, would answer that. But yeah, so they'll redline here, they'll redline anywhere. He uses as an example the old cowboy and Indian pictures. You say, all right, Chief, just let us get over here. Let's get over there. I'll keep those squatters on the move. Sometimes they portray it. So that's what they think about it, and that's what they do. And the thing about it is we have to counter and understand and be able to quantify and analyze what it is that they're doing, and then counter that with the goal and objective being to produce justice, to guarantee that no one is mistreated, and guarantee that those who need help the most get the most constructive help. But yeah, so that's what they do. They it's the refinement of racism. It may not be as crude. They may use the banks, or they may use this, or they may use that. They may use environmental racism. Think of Alkali Gardens. They want to, you can't go down in the soil like this a certain depth, because then you're going to get all kind of weird cadmiums and strontiums and, things like that. So because it's sitting on top of that, you don't disturb it, it's okay. But, you go beyond a certain, you can't have farmland out there. You're going to generate asbestos. And, that would be a prime area for us to really do a big industrial thing. What is that? The Chicago port. But, that was played with, with money at the time when the manual was in there. And they got some outside companies to look at the project and everything. It's junk, but yeah, we have to really begin to understand that.
Thanks, Dave.
And not just the little things that they do.
Man, I appreciate
Think of
that.
it like a geographer and the 20 to 25 years. Yes, thank you. The 25 years frame point. University of Illinois, when I was working there, they had that planned 25 years ago.
See,
thank you. I thank you again.
Thanks, Dave. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate your calls. Callers, give us a call, 872-259-7474. I'm gonna take your call, and then we're gonna move around a little bit. But this whole concept of coming to tell me about the racism that you're participating in, like, I don't know, do I give you points for that? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. What's up, caller?
Hello. Hello.
Hey, caller.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Hi.
You windy. You moving around a lot. There you go.
Okay, let me roll from my phone.
Yeah,
Okay.
you said that you roll out the window. Come on now. Do I have to make some rules for the calls? Look, if you call me, do not call on the speaker. Do not call with the window down. Do not call with the computer up in the background. Nah, thank you for calling, caller. What's going on? What's your name?
Okay, my name is Rhonda.
Hey,
did you all hear about Pangea Realty yesterday in the news and how they are they have a huge lawsuit against them with 8,000 properties in the black communities on the west and south side for being slumlords. Okay, so basically what this all is looking like to me is basically you gonna hold these properties, you own 8,000 of them, you gonna hold these properties, and then when it's time to renew the lease, you're not gonna give it to us, you gonna give it to somebody else. I live in South Shore. White people are coming over here every single day. When I'm coming home from work, I see more and more and more every single day. And last summer, it was shoot 'em up, bang, bang over here. This summer, the more they come, we haven't heard hardly no shootings. And so, bottom line, I think basically they trying to distract us because they trying to take over our community. They going to give us a little crumb and say, we acknowledge what we did, and that's it. So they can just take over everything. This Obama library, they about to gentrify all over here. So, bottom line, I think, basically they're not going to renew a lot of these black people lease. Or they're going to turn a lot of these huge apartments into condos for them. So I think they're just breadcrumbing us right now and giving us little crumbs like, oh, we acknowledge it. But I don't really think they're going to do anything about it.
Thank you so much, Rhonda. That was so insightful. I did see that Pangea story. I was thinking about covering it. I really want to talk to Pangea residents. Like I would like to do that as a show, right? Where people from Pangea who have had negative experience, like if somebody knows any of the people that are involved in that, I'd love to hear more from them directly. Because I feel like I can't do that story justice. I've heard so many stories about Pangea from people, but I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Like, I remember when they first came into the marketplace, and it was like a big deal, and everybody was all excited. But now if you say the words, people go crazy. Mm-hmm. And I didn't realize they were that, I didn't realize it was that bad. But, like, I haven't heard anything positive. That stated, we'll give them an opportunity to talk, too. But I definitely want to hear from black residents who've been affected by this Pangea lawsuit. And the craziest part with this is, because they're going to win, we got to start figuring out who the black lawyers are on the teams. But the reality is the black people can't take these cases, Ruthie, because they, like you always say, like, this is one of those contingency cases where you know if you can hold out, they're going to fight you for some years. But then it's going to be a class action suit. So the lawyer's going to get a third, and then all the people going to split up the other 2/3 amongst the 8,000 people. So the lawyer's going to be rich in the mud. Mm-hmm. But the black lawyer ain't got the time or the resources to be on the case all that time. So he don't get the multi-million. It's so crazy. So, like, think about the payday from this. These suits don't come back. They don't regenerate. So every time, like, you got $400 from Facebook. The lawyer's got, like, $400 million.
Yeah, hello.
And so we all got a check for $400. Anyway, I stop. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We got more calls. Caller, you're on the Mace Jackson Show. Did white people just discover racism? Excuse me, redlining. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Caller, who are you? Where are you calling from? What's your name?
Hey, Maze, this is Wanda. How you doing?
Hey, Wanda. Now, you know.
How's it going?
All good.
Yes,
good.
It's G. Cole. How you doing? Hey, Ruthie. Hey, Riis. You know, my father, who's now passed on, tried to tell me he's born and raised in Chicago, and when he passed, he was in his late 80s, so he had been here for a minute. And my father had a dry cleaners on 43rd and Lake Park for over 30 years. And he told me then, I was like maybe 12 or 13, was telling me about how the Dan Ryan Expressway was basically systematically built to separate black from white folks. And, as a kid, all that seems so far-fetched. But then he also had a friend who was a precinct captain at the time who showed them the plan, had told him about the plans to basically knock down all the projects around Lake Park. That was like 4155, all the projects around there. And basically because, in his words, the white folks wanted the lakefront back. And now that I look back on all of this, and having kind of been indirectly in the housing field too, this stuff is so inbred, it's ridiculous. I mean, think about it. We're already behind the 8 ball when we're looking to try to buy property. Because guess what? Not that we need them to buy, but white people don't buy from us. We're usually buying their properties. And consequently, when it's time for us to sell, guess what? We have a less pool of available buyers to purchase our property. So it's a never-ending cyclical cycle, unfortunately. And like you said, it just amazes me. I don't need not one more study to tell me what the problems are in Chicago are. I don't need not one more University of Chicago professor or anybody to tell me what's going on with the city of Chicago. And quite frankly, we need some action. That's all to it. Thanks for taking my call.
Wanda, thank you for calling. That was a good call. Think about that. Black dry cleaners at 43rd and Lake Park. Can you imagine the money that bad boy would make now?
Buku. Right?
Like 43rd and Lake Park. Like when you drive off the lake now and you look from Lakeshore Drive at that area, I'm gonna go through my pictures because I took pictures. I lived at 48th and Lake Park, and I remember when they blew up the 43rd towers, And I just remember like the big cloud of smoke and all the dust and just watching them all come down. And it was like we were cheering at the time, right? Like people were out there cheering and saying like, this is a great thing. And I think about what has happened since then. Like literally having what do you call that? If you could do time lapse from that moment to right now and look at the black people in the city and just our whole thing. And I just feel like now that you've accomplished your goal with redlining, where we have been minimized in the city, now you want to tell us the story of it? Here's how we screwed y'all over. And now we want to hurry up and sell the rest of the stuff. Again, the story blows me because there is of all of the bad stuff, there's nothing about righting the wrong for the people who got played. It's all about, I don't know, man. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Let's take a quick break. I will get some headlines in here, but y'all done made me talk about this red line and it blew the hell out of me. It did. It just did. Huh? I know. Just go ahead. Do it. You can do a quick break because I got to go to the bathroom. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break. Maze Jackson.
Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show? What's up?
Hi, this is Katie. How are you?
Hey! Okay, hold on. I'm going to make an official nomination right now that we make Katie the new president of the phone club. Riis, can I get a second from you, man?
I second.
All right, it's been moved and properly seconded. Everybody tuned in on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, or Twitch. If you vote that Katie should be the new president of the phone club, please signify by saying aye. The ayes have it. Congratulations, you are now the new president of the phone club. Katie from Ashburn.
We did it. We did it. You're going to be the next president.
How you doing, boss lady?
Fine. Thank you. I accept that nomination. Thank you.
All right. You got drafted.
Maze Jackson.
It's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Up in the morning with the frown on my face, 'cause I know it's another day that I gotta face my people. I don't want to see working at a job that I don't want to be. Breaking my back to the bone with nothing to show. But I got dreams and goals. But as soon as I clock in, I'm ready to go. So there's one thing I gotta know. Why money ain't free? Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? Give it to me. I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money? Why can't you just give it? Why can't you just give it? I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Working in a 9 to 5, got your girl hella tired. Why won't they let me be? Now I understand why my mama always used to ask, did I think money grew on trees? I got these bills after bills and they just keep coming. Working overtime, but my pockets ain't flooding. Yeah, my funds low. A dog life is dead. Why it ain't free?
Why can't you just give it?
Why can't they just give it to me?
I don't want to work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my girl, Ruthie Moore, and DJ Riis, the ruler. Ruthie talk about why the money ain't free. Ruthie, you was laid back. What you was chilling? You was paying bills.
I'm tired.
You tired? What you was doing yesterday?
Nothing. Just tired.
Damn millennials. I was doing nothing. That millennial, I'm tired. I woke up. You woke me up this morning. I'm tired. How you tired? It ain't even 9 o'clock.
Exactly.
from the other days, you feel me? Just imagine all the other days you put in. Like yesterday was the first day I got more than 3 hours of sleep.
Whoa,
so long.
tripping.
Oh, Riis.
I went to sleep at like 3 p.m. and I woke up at 4 a.m.
I wouldn't be no good.
I would, man. But I'm moving around. I only get like 3 hours a day. So sometimes you need that little sit me down 12 hours. Like,
Man,
body lay you down sometimes. Be like, all right, boss.
The body laid me down yesterday.
It laid me down.
I was at Obsidian sitting on the couch, and the next thing I knew, it was like, oh, I got it. Hi. Oh, hey. I was like, I had all my work all laid out, but after climbing up and down the ladder and doing all the stuff and watching the TV, man, there's a lot going on, Ruthie. I can't believe you talk about I'm tired. Woke me up this morning and I'm tired.
I tired of all this red line. I tell her, Ruth, you tired of these people coming. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you come in, you gotta hear about it. They ain't know about racism, huh? What?
It's hard to wake up.
First time you hear about black people in your history book is slavery. That's the very first time. You don't hear about no black people in your book until slavery.
I'm telling you, that is psychological warfare. So that is why black people be so stressed out. It's like you go through life, you go through these different levels of maturity, but you know in the back of your mind, something ain't right.
You be like, what's wrong with me, though?
That's what I'm saying.
I be feeling like, I used to be like, what is wrong with me?
Into self-hatred.
I'll be like, what is wrong
after
with me?
Generation.
Why don't no black people got no damn credit? Like, I be like, why black people don't never pay their bills on time?
No, why black people ain't have steps in their house when we was little?
Wait a minute, you got a different life story. I thought I had a life story. So you ain't had no life
steps. She said she had no steps.
We thought that was a white thing. Remember Mary said we thought that was a white people thing, having steps in your house.
Well, that is kind of like it's, you lived on the twins had steps. Upstairs. What? My mom used to always say my mom used to say I want a house with an upstairs so I could keep it clean and then keep upstairs I could do what I want to do. I'm just telling you that never worked for us. It'd be like, man, wherever it's a place for to put the stuff, we put it.
That's just like not letting your young people eat in the car when you first get it, but then next thing you know, it's crumbs everywhere.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
It lasts for about, what, a good month?
Nah. When I had my truck.
How long yours lasted for?
Forever. They already know there's no eating in my car. There's no eating in my car. And then as soon as they do it, I come right back. All y'all come. Look at that fry right there. Look at that fry right there. Look at that. When you clean your seat
you still the same way?
Yes. You can't not. Well, that's my girl car.
Young people grown. They still can't eat in their daddy car?
Well, that's my girl car. They can eat in that. They can do whatever they want. But in my car?
That ain't even right.
Especially if we were right around the corner. No.
That ain't even right.
This is what I feel like. Eating in the car. I stopped eating in the car because I'm always driving. So it's never a benefit to me. It's like I used to think like let me eat and drive, but it really is no benefit.
Let me eat and drive.
I mean, there was a time when that was the only way you really you ate, drive through and the driver. Like now I'd be like, I feel pretty unsafe. But it could be because I'm doing 95 miles an hour.
That part.
Right, trying to eat a big whatever.
That part.
That could be it, right? But I hate. So I feel like you should people be like, you let people eat in your car? I be like, it's a car.
That's what it's for.
No, it's not.
Riis, you got plastic on your couch too?
Yes.
Die!
No. I always keep the plastic on my bed, but not the couch. Like
you keep the couch on. You keep plastic on your bed.
Riis,
You worried about you gonna pee on the bed or something?
No, I just you know what? When you know how like sometimes like I got like nieces and nephews, somebody over there, and so I used to have like it was a time when my nephew and niece used to like come over and they was like young, they like pee in the bed or something. So to like avoid that, I just keep the plastic on there.
See, I think some things are to be enjoyed. Like I think to me it's absurd not to let people like walk and play on your grass.
How would you do that?
Hey man, if you don't get your ass up off my front grass, you can play in the back grass, but you better get your ass up off my grass.
How you got a room in your house, can't nobody go in?
Because it's my room.
That's not what it's for. Like it took me like a long time to put furniture in my front room because
I
feel like people gonna stay. I feel like when you walk in my house and see that there's no couch to sit on, you be like, I just come to see you. It's a quick sit.
I know people like you know, just preserving stuff for no reason.
So
enjoy it. Enjoy your life. Let the people walk on the carpet.
With your shoes off, of course. You can come on in. I got a whole little thing of socks right at the door. You can push your shoes, get some socks on, but you ain't finna walk with your shoes. Come on now. See,
no, not with them on. I'm just saying, like, people be having whole rooms you can't go in.
For sure.
That's wild.
You can't go in.
Right.
They can go in. You can't go in.
No, they, like he said, it's no furniture in them. They have, like, stuff. Like, it's not white carpet generally, and I call them museums. I think stuff should be enjoyed.
People come see me and sit on my front porch after they get
Oh,
tired.
goodness gracious.
They gotta go.
Okay. So I feel like there's a living room. Like I would like a living room and a den, and the living room is only for entertaining upscale, right? Like living room is we are having a dinner party. We ate in the dining room and we're sitting in the living room to have a conversation, right? And everybody is sitting down. You know what I'm saying? That's how I would do it. But right now the living room is for living. Like we live in the living room. Like we live in a den.
Ruthie, at one party or house that your mama said that you can go in.
That's why I feel the type of way, because I feel like things should be enjoyed. Or you go to your auntie house and literally plastic on. Like I get it, but can't we? Like I just think things should be enjoyed. I don't like when people don't let young people walk on grass and play in the grass. Like that is wild to me.
But they could be, so just imagine like someone that enjoys that and they outside all day watering their grass.
But ain't that what it's for? To be enjoyed, not to just be
I
looked
enjoy
at.
the look at.
Not to just be looked at.
Can
That's
I
not living.
That's not your living.
Right.
That's not your living. Take your go to the back.
And got all my flowers.
Now take your ass to the park.
Flowers.
You can go in the background. Now Auntie Neil does a wonderful lawn. I love Auntie Neil's front. Like there is nothing to me like looking at an immaculate front lawn. Like an immaculate, like you can see the lines, you can see all of the stuff they've done the edges. Like a person that pristinely, like I used to love walking through Chatham or driving through Chatham because I felt like them black people they took the edger. They was like, we have pride in our appearance of like our front. And then you go take your ass in the back and go run around and jump in the grass. Have fun. Do it all. But this is curb appeal. This is like they wanted a not a suburban, but they want like them the lawns where people don't want no trash in their lawn. Like they out there picking up every day. Like they're picking cigarette butts out of their lawn. And I feel like you should respect that because that's their joy, right? Like the people that do that, that's their entertainment. That's their, like there is nothing like to me pulling up like when I used to have a lawn that I did and it was finally green and I had the lines and I had everything together. Like don't touch my, like that is my pure joy would be to pull up and look at my perfectly manicured lawn. And I had a whole backyard that you could go do whatever you wanted to do in. But don't you touch my front yard. Now, I don't believe that you should have things that your kids... I don't think that there should be sacred cows to kids. Like, I do feel like I don't... If I wasn't worried about my kids, somebody trying to take stuff from them, I won't feel like because we have a car, you shouldn't be able to drive it. I feel like if it's in the house for the most part, now you can't eat it if it's my state. If it's my thing. But I feel like everything in the house, everybody should be used to it, if that makes sense. Right? Like, you shouldn't be like, nah, you can't drive my car all the time, but if you was going on prom, you could. I wouldn't be like, you know what I'm saying, you can't. Like, I let my son learn to drive a little bit in my car because I don't want him to feel like, oh my God, it's a material thing. And material things can all be replaced. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. When we come back, I promise we're going to do some headlines and then we're going to talk about the rest of these topics. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Maze, Riis, and Ruthie will be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTVPN.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breached security, and called a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater. But she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe it. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history. All because they didn't get a victory. United States is so contradictory. We get equal rights, that's a mystery. Politicians, they more like magicians. You know they got tricks up their sleeve. We point out the flaws that's up in this country. You know they gonna tell us to leave. Somebody try to help me understand it. Always seems like a double standard. They be out here leaving us empty-handed. To certain rights we are not granted. The media is the culprit when it comes to the comparison. Cause when it comes to race, they always changing up the narratives. Terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. And that's on the real. You know what we know, I say it's terrorism. They say you a patriot, call you a hero. I call it terrorism. We still out here trying to get our reparations, but the government pump faking out here hesitating. I'm out here trying to keep my peace, so I keep meditating. The media make us look bad, they taint our reputation. Look, it's so sad that COVID causing toe tags. You claim you so patriotic, but you ain't wearing no mask. You out here wildin' with your MAGA flags and showing your ass. You wanna be part of some type of revolution so bad. Look, you talk revolution and constitutional rights, homie. I guess we forgot about back in the days when all of the business was whites only. Yeah. George Floyd got justice. Juneteenth got much respect. They made it a national holiday. Man, it's all good, but cut the check. They're giving out all of these vaccines, putting it in you like caffeine. Was it all in the part of the plan? I bet money like DraftKings. It's land of the free, home of the brave. 1776, we wasn't free till 1865, so we wasn't part of that shit. And that there's terrorism.
Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism. Terrorism.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. Act 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happening in town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up to seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore. DJ Riis the Ruler in the building. It seems like it's a lot going on that we probably jumped around on. But I guess it's time to talk about some headlines. We didn't really talk about the headlines, did we? Besides I just think it blows me that this redlining story is the front page story written by white folks talking about black folks but never mentioning white folks who were the perpetrators. Now let that be some black folks that stole something. They'd be like, they would have found the ugliest picture, hair uncombed, at their worst moment, and splashed them on the thing. But we ain't gonna talk about the perpetrators.
Or
right?
they would have found the picture where you was hanging out with some black people and then blurred out the background, and then, you know what I'm saying? You know how they...
Right. And so, any white media telling me about racism, reporting on racism that somebody else, that their grandparents committed, without talking about the racism that they executing right now, like y'all, these white folks getting these passes on this. Now they're the experts on race. Well, on racism. Well, they actually are the experts on racism. They created it. They benefit from it, and then they want to talk about it as if they didn't commit it. How you telling the story in third person when you first person? All right. Go to the headlines. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Today, City Council, it's about to be a fireworks-laden meeting. They're going to run the mayor's ethics bill, even though the mayor has watered it down significantly. She's saying that the Board of Ethics is the judge, jury, and executioner. Now, the mayor started out as an ethical person, right? Pro-ethics. Mm-hmm. Now it seems like she's a little less concerned about ethics and more concerned about winning. You know how that works. Also, I want to know, do y'all think that they should lower the threshold for speed camera tickets? That's on the ballot. Not on the ballot. They're going to vote on that today. Looks like the mayor could take a defeat. Essentially, remember I was asking y'all the other day, well, how fast can you go over the speed limit without expecting to get a ticket? In the city of Chicago, it's 6 miles. With a speed camera.
I told you at 7, and I said at 7 it's a ticket. Yeah,
7 is a ticket, and 7. But most people, when I was talking, people feel like they could go 7 miles an hour over, which is why they set it at 6.
7, yeah, I know it.
And they said it's generated $59 million. Alderman Anthony Beal has apparently amassed 26 votes to block or to repeal the mayor's speed cameras. That's going to be historical. Because the last time that happened was during Mayor Daley's tenure when he blocked the big box ordinance. And then, Ruthie, there is the potential that the mayor could veto this. Now, Alderman Beal admits that if she vetoes it, he does not have the 34 votes he needs to overturn it. But I think what they're trying to do, what Devin call it, put points on the board? They putting points on the board against the mayor, like you failed to vote. Now imagine this though, and this is the conundrum this is what I think they're trying to do. They're trying to make the mayor contradict herself. Right? Remember when she said that Chicago has a healthy appetite of fees and fines that she's got to knock down? Mm-hmm. And then she was saying that we were going to stop disproportionately ticketing the black community. But then last year she came back after spending all that COVID money and was like, we got to drop the rate. And so they have now generated $59 million in 12 months off of the drop in ticket revenue. Drop in the speed. And so what Alderman Bill wants to do is raise the threshold back up to $10 before you get the ticket. The mayor wants to keep it where it is. She says it's completely irresponsible. If he is successful, he blows a $59 million hole in her budget, right? But what he also, in my estimation, is really trying to do is make the mayor defend speed cameras publicly. And then after the legislature said no to them and did their job, she went back and vetoed them and put them on. So now one of the most unpopular things you can, when you poll, is speed cameras and red light cameras. So now the mayor is going to be on record defending speed cameras after 4 years ago being elected, saying that we have to remove us from the fees and fines, etc. And because we know that those tickets happen disproportionately in the black community, where does the mayor need to win? In the black community. It's a lot of games going on right here. Let me ask a question. Do you think that they should raise the threshold on the speed camera tickets? Do you think you should get a ticket for going 6 miles an hour over? Or do you think it's about safety, or do you think it's about revenue? Because I read an article that says it's kind of both, and they actually do some positive good, but even though it does positive good, the system is built on pimping black folks with it. No matter, even though it does do the thing, what it's supposed to do safety-wise, it disproportionately is built on fees and fines in black communities, because not only is it the fees and fines, but the late fees that come with it, because we multiply it because we don't have the money to pay right away. And so what you find is that the system becomes regressive. So if you put them more, because we have wider space and it's a lot less, you can find more cameras in our communities.
I think, first of all, by the letter of the law, anything, if it's the speed limit is 30, if you go up to 31. But, it's a little grace thing. I think they should probably take them out of neighborhoods, but unless it's like a park, like I am okay with it around, like a park, a school, or anything like that, only around certain times, though, because little children play there. You think of the safety of your child at the park, or the safety of your child trying to cross the street. Like, I understand, though, slow down, kids are, but like to just have it just on the main street out the blue, like it just.
You ever been on Western? Going south?
Yeah, almost.
And they got like 3 cameras, right? And that whole strip down the middle is a park. And so they use it, and you can literally get 3 tickets.
Yeah.
3 speed camera tickets before the time you realize that you've even gotten one. And I feel like there is a safety component, but I also feel like there's a trickery component. Like, now that Western trip, that 3-way strip is usually, to me, for the Latinos. Then they got 2 in between 55th, like once you cross the black area in there, there's 2 between 55th, it's 55th, 63rd, and then 70, right past 70, right before you get to 79th. But like, to me, give me a strip on the white neighborhoods where it's 6 cameras on one block, on one street, and it's all black people. I don't want to say black and brown, but it is all black and brown people. I don't know, man. So, what do y'all think? Do y'all think Bill wins today? Do you think the mayor looks crazy? Would it impact you if you knew that the mayor was fighting to get you ticket, like that she fought for speed cameras, or it don't make a difference?
I think.
Oh, Riis Republican.
She
Come
might,
on, Riis Republican. Come on.
No. I mean, I think that they might not pass it.
No, it's not going to pass.
I mean,
I think they're going to block it. I think we got to watch. But then she's going to veto it. And then that means it stays, but they got to get is it 2/3 or 3? It's 2/3. Majority ain't 2/3, Ruthie?
Sure.
Chicago about money.
Mad today, son? What's going on?
I'm just thinking about city council and the legislative maneuvers.
Okay, 2/3. I think it's 2/3 to get over.
But so when you go up there, Chicago is all about money. It's all about. So when she go up there, she says,
safety,
"So y'all
bro.
gonna,
It's
so y'all,
safety.
I know," but she gonna be like, "So y'all gonna really block this, and we just made 50 mil." You know what I'm saying? They gonna that what y'all gonna really do? So y'all gonna really do this, and we just made 50 mil.
And I'm
think
saying,
she'll come out better talking about the finance part versus the safety
exactly.
part.
That's what I'm trying to say.
with
So
you.
it's the money. So they're gonna be like, "So I understand that, but then she's gonna say, what, these areas are designed." To have, how she talk. She gonna say these areas are, to be safe for our children, our, elderly, and our people like this. So these
Madam Mayor, what about the disproportionate number of tickets that is on the black community that can't really afford these tickets that you're putting? Why is it why is the disparity between the cameras on the south side and not the near south though? Not the near south, the south side. Because if you say if there's cameras in the near south, this is going to be a different conversation.
Isn't Bill also advocating for a lower amount for the fine?
Yes.
That's the part I'm more interested in. I think the speed limit part can stay.
Then she's going to hit you with I seen those cameras. I know the judge that made those cameras. And I'm sure that judge is adequate enough to be exact. That's what she's going to hit you with, you know what I'm saying? But
y'all going to go for it because y'all like that stuff. Y'all be like, that's my girl. Go ahead, Lori. Tell her. All right, I ain't tripping.
But it's a money part, man. It's hard to say no to 50 mil. Kind of hard. You just said that, right? That made 50 mil like in a year or like totally?
In a year.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
That's your 50 mil, though.
I understand, but it's
your 50 mil. When you vote,
that.
What you going to say on the vote day? When they say shit.
I'm gonna vote for not the cameras, but I know it's too much money just to and then they gonna figure out something that then we gonna have another tax. You feel? Anytime they can't do something, it's a soda tax, it's a bag tax, it's so they gonna find a way to get that money out of you, one way or another.
That's why you living for his part.
Exactly.
Look at Riis encouraging because he living for his part. You bogus though. You shady. That's them black people be doing you. Be your own people. All right. How about this one? NASCAR. All right, look at you. Yeah, all right. How about this one? Let's go ahead, Riis. Hit him with the sounds. If you got a long one, that's as fast as it's going. Like NASCAR, when I say NASCAR, be like, so, y'all, coming to Chicago, NASCAR. That's what I'm talking about. Look, Riis, see, we're going to be fresh one day. NASCAR riding around downtown. Now, I got to tell you, I feel a certain kind of way about this.
I had to read it for myself.
So wait a minute.
2, 3.
So first of all, their cars aren't gonna get repossessed for drag racing downtown. Is it me, or are we sending mixed messages to our children right now? So hold on.
Have a vote.
Hold on. Alderman Riley is trying to remotely repossess your car for drag racing. We did a whole story about this yesterday. On the same day, the mayor approves street racing in downtown Chicago. Now, I gotta tell you, I really wish I would have known Bubba Watson was in town. But Bubba Watson said yesterday during his speech, right? He was like, it's gonna be little boys and girls of color. Right? Little boys and girls of color who are going to see these races and be inspired just like me. I'm like, dog, you obviously haven't been reading the newspaper because we already got young black people and white people and everybody around here trying to do it. And now y'all go, so wait, you're going to tell, this is one of those do as I say, not as I do. So I'm in the same time that we are trying to prosecute our youth, which I'm not, we're going to open up our, dog, you think I ain't going to drive on the NASCAR track? Hold on. This me, right? So they about to, okay, now this the other part. They're going to fix Lakeshore Drive. They're going to fix all the streets Is NASCAR paying for this? Because we don't even know if we get any money for this yet.
I was reading that it's one of 3 races. So apparently they signed a contract. So this going.
Yeah, but I heard we ain't getting paid for it. I heard they just doing it for publicity and tourism. And my thing is, hold up. Because you saw some of the aldermen was like, I ain't going to the press conference because the aldermen that were involved in the wards were not included in the conversations. So if you live in the 3rd ward, the 42nd ward, the 4th ward, so Pat Dow wasn't included, the 42nd ward alderman wasn't included, Sophia King wasn't included. Now, how y'all gonna run NASCAR races on city streets? How many days, how many weeks do they shut down the streets? Right? Now, this is all on top of, we got Lollapalooza. So pretty much you can't drive downtown all summer. So you got between the Taste of Chicago, Lollapalooza, now you got street racing. Downtown is closed for the summer.
So do you think it was a play? So potholes, like, you know how it was bad? So no, for real, because NASCAR not gonna drive on potholes. So now you said it's downtown, we can make our streets of downtown look so much better because now NASCAR is gonna want to come here and want to, like race on these streets. So now they clean all these streets up, potholes. Well, then
could they do So could they have NASCAR on Western then, please?
That's what they need to do.
Can we get NASCAR on Western? Could we get NASCAR on Cottage? Could we get NASCAR on Stony?
Because them streets are gonna be paved perfectly for the NASCAR.
And I'm telling you,
I was reading at the pit stop is at Buckingham Fountain. So
Riis, what y'all gonna do?
Oh man, exactly.
What y'all gonna do?
See, because they've been seeing us kick it at nighttime over there. That's for the summer.
They busting y'all up. They like, this is the gentrification move to clean y'all out of downtown. Because they gonna shut the streets. Look, this is what the mayor doing. Y'all ain't finna be messing with her downtown next year. She finna be able to put up a barrier around downtown. Did you see in the paper they said it'll be 3 races if she's the mayor? You see that? They were like, if she's the mayor. Because if it's a new mayor, you think the new mayor keep it or cancel it. See, I keep it then. They said they doing it for the hotels, man. Now, this is the other thing I gotta ask you.
Revenue though.
Did they do so we talking about NASCAR, right? The race thing that was made off of bootleggers. That was hillbillies, that was bootlegging, and NASCAR was really formed off of the people who were making cars to run liquor back in the day in the woods. You know that, right? Like NASCAR, the reason it's like an old school, like a down south sport is because the NASCAR cars were originally cars of bootleggers who sold moonshine and would use their cars like the Dukes of Hazzard to outrun the police. So the cars would be souped up so that if they got in a police chase, they could bounce with the moonshine, and they was bootleggers. That then turned into the NASCAR series, which is why it has found a base among, can I say Appalachianish? Appalachianist white people, like the ones that like trailers and stuff, right? It's a sport. Have you ever been to a NASCAR race? I have. And I'm just telling you, when I went in Joliet, they had, I know you said they can't fly the Confederate flag, but I was just clear at that race that they were not black friendly. And then if you watch the Bubba Watson special, you're clear they're not black friendly. So now let me ask a question. Did we do a race check on NASCAR before we said yes? Like, do they have a black people, did they have to sign a black people pact? Like, no, you can't call, your guests while in Chicago cannot call black people niggers. Something.
Lori Lightfoot is doing the same thing for NASCAR that Jay-Z did for the NFL.
I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate your language, young lady. I don't appreciate that at all. Not appreciate your car. And what would that be, Ruthie? Tell me, please. Break it down.
Part of their diversity and inclusion tour. Pretty sure they're going to give out some tickets to some little black kids.
Remember how they did, I'm going to tell y'all like this. Yeah, that's going to be the photo, too. It's going to be black kids sitting in the downtown that they not welcome at in a stands. You're not welcome to come down here anytime but for this photo op. NASCAR. Actually, though, I do want to see it.
I'm going.
Right. That's our problem, though. See? We going to be right there. I told you them Negroes would like it. I told you.
Told you they wanted to come there. That's what it is. I mean, but yeah, I might check it out too, though. You know.
See how we all going to check it out. I want press passes. Damn it. Shoot, I want all Chicago has to offer. Because apparently it's going to have it whether we agree with it or not. And so my thing is, if NASCAR coming, I just got to tell y'all, though, we need to go together. We do. Because I got a feeling I don't want to be on the beach like when all them...
This is my city.
Appalachian is just right. But you know how, I'm telling you, when they get in groups, remember how Ruthie, they going to have their own pickup truck caravan.
So let me go find my vote for Trump hat then. So I'll be
oh, you got one, huh?
For Trump.
Don't fit right in.
Right.
You better get Israel, see if he'll get you he'll give you an escort.
In all colors. Israel, let me get on the hat. He got him in all colors.
Oh, you ask him, can you get a Robeson Raider hat too? Nah! Did y'all know that Crane High School is now a medical high school?
That's been like that for a minute, I thought.
Well, they got a big sign on it now. That say, this is a soon it will be a near West High School. And let me tell you what, Crane is the feeder school for Malcolm X, which is a medical college.
I knew that.
Which is soon to be Julio Cesar Chavez College.
They finna change Malcolm X?
You seen the attendance?
Oh, you just talking. He's so funny.
It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back with some more headlines plus some more stories. We'll be back. We'll be back after these messages. Maybe.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTV-PM.
Maze Jackson.
Tune in to the Maze Jackson Show every day, Monday through Friday from 6 to 9 a.m., where you can catch us on YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Plus, from 6:30 to 8, you can get us on WBGX 1570 AM. That's right, it's the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them, Maze said. We out of here. Peace.
Small thing, kind of revolving around the situation that don't happen often. I mean, it's involving something that's scalding. Hot the topic is, it needs some resolving. It's kind of puzzling, sometimes solving. But after I thought about it, sent her to Walgreens to pick up a few things to stop me from stalling. Otherwise, I'ma be blunt and she gon' be balling. And I don't need that or her brother calling. Talking them fight words, now we gon' be brawling. I'm more of a stand-up, I don't be falling. For that okey-doke, it's better dissolving. Call me a nice guy, yeah, I like nice things. It's best to stay away from chicks that's trifling. I'm not a rival, so I don't be rivaling. But end up in this scene, I won't be wifing, you know?
Avoid a quick fail, take heed to this wise tale.
If you feel me like real, take heed to this wise tale.
Whether male or female, take heed to this wise tale.
Outside or in jail, take heed to this wise tale.
She got a secret, don't know where she keep it, don't know why she hide it, guess it's convenient. She like a zebra, two things at one time, it ain't black and white when you lived it a lifetime. She got a story, might be a fable, no categories, she don't like labels, she like a loner, maybe she's selfish, something is fishy, but she don't like shellfish. She say that her phone broke and she need a new phone, she got a night job, now she got two phones, one for the pubic, one for the public. I Freudian slip, y'all, I think that you dug it. She got a curfew, she live in the group home, but she in Miami, getting her loop on. She can't be truthful, not what she built for. Mouth might be useful, but nothing to kill for, you know?
Avoid a quick fail, take heed to this wise tale.
If you feel me like Braille, take heed to this wise tale.
Whether male or female, take heed to this wise tale.
Outside or in jail, take heed to this wise tale.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler and Ruthie Moore. Ruthie, you should have been listening. That was a good one. We got some new music. That's
that one, the same one.
Look.
No,
Ruthie been she
low
key shading you. We got new abstract mindscape. That was a good one. That was a good one.
What was the bar? y'all went crazy?
It was so many.
It was so many. The one where it said this, she got 2 phones, one for the pubic, one for the public. Oop, it's a Freudian slip. Something like that. It was good, though. That was a good song. That was like,
that was dope.
That's grown folks hip hop, man. I need some of that in my life. I'm gonna have to ride to that today, right? And every song produced by Kanye. Also, want to remind you, August 6th at 5401 South Wentworth. That's the 55th and the Dan Ryan. There is going to be the Old School Classic Car Show. If you got an old school classic car you want to put it in, please let me know. I'm gonna have a sign up form for you on Facebook after my meeting with Tennille today, probably. Don't forget we got Taco Tuesdays coming, as well as now y'all gotta get y'all 3 tacos and a cup, $25. Gonna be some comedy there too. Don't also forget we got comedy and karaoke. That's gonna be on Thursdays in August. So you gonna sing a song like you gonna bring a group? Nights like this, I wish raindrops would fall.
Can't sing my karaoke song no more. They won't let me sing it.
Why? What is it?
It's contagious.
Contagious. Shoot. My song is "Cause I'm a Cowboy."
You told me that's Billy Black's song. That's crazy.
On a pale horse I ride. I'm a rock star too. I got rock star. I can do Nickelback. I'm sick of standing in line of clubs I never get in. It's like the bottom of a bottle. I'm never gonna win. Life ain't turned out quite the way I want it to be.
Do you sing any black songs? I mean, we are at a black event.
We are the world.
Okay, thank you. We wanted to know if you're gonna sing any black
We
songs.
are the children. We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. There's a choice we're
I
making.
ain't like how that turned rock right there. You gotta find another black song. I ain't like how that just turned.
We're changing
turned rock and
our
roll real
lives.
quick.
They said everybody came to it. Mike was mad because everybody came high. They was kicking it at the American Music Awards. Mike was like, put the cocaine down. No crack for you, John Dillon. Lionel, what's wrong with these people? Lionel was like, hello. Is it me or look? Did you ever see that video for Hello?
Mm-mm.
Did you? When she was blind? Y'all never saw that? You ain't watched Friday Night videos? Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Tell me how to win your heart. Y'all remember that? For I haven't got a clue. Remember, and he had the blind girl, and she was making a sculpture, and she was blind. And I was like, how you gonna make a sculpture and you blind? But she did it. It was deep. It was like that was when videos had meaning, right? And Lionel was in love. It was when Lionel was before he was like white Lionel, because now he's like white Lionel, but he was black Lionel. But it's all good. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Did y'all see Europe is on fire?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I gotta ask you. Is this? I know if I ask Jake, what he gonna say? Right? Do y'all think that this is plagues happening to people? I understand it's global warming, but is this God in the global warming? Can God be in the global warming? Can God be in stuff?
I think so.
I feel like, so I'm gonna ask y'all about that a little bit later, but
it's the reckoning. That's why white people trying to admit they wrongs, because Judgment Day happening.
You believe that?
Wholeheartedly.
Really?
You think what's going on across the world?
What is going on across the world? See, this is my thing, Ruthie. I want to believe. I feel like living in Illinois, it's kind of tough to believe in God. Right? It's like, I feel like if you are a Democrat in Illinois, it is very difficult not to believe in God, but to express it. Because I feel like they talk about they want you to have freedom, but I feel like you are mocked for your belief. I feel like the purple hair people and the green hair people, if you were to mention spirituality, and I'm not saying, I know that the manifestation of it is religion, right? But let's just say spirituality, and that could be inclusive of all religions. Unless your joint is from the Torah or from maybe the Quran in Illinois, I almost feel like if you bring God up, it's almost like being black and having to whisper it. I don't. Does spirituality have any role in our daily lives? And if it does, how does that translate up? Do we believe that our values are reflected in Illinois government? The values of black people? And I guess my question is, do we have values? And yes, we do. I'm not saying that in a bad way. But what are our values and how are they reflected? Because I do honestly feel like there's a lot that happens in Illinois policy-wise, and even as all these things are happening, that are not in line with how black people feel. But because we really don't have a voice, and the loudest voice is usually from the purple, pink, and green-haired people, our belief system in this government, is compromised. Does that make sense? You looking at me like, don't ask me. What's
no, that was a lot. You just said a lot.
I think so. So I feel like I was thinking about this yesterday. I believe in God, right? I believe in God, and my foundational understanding of spirituality comes to me through Christianity. Now, have I come to question a lot of the things that I know, learned, and believe or was taught, even from Black Jesus? Yes. But I still would say that the underpinnings of my belief system originated in a Christian church. Now, have I come to question all of those? Yes. But I do believe that we as black people, okay, I'm gonna probably get in trouble for this, but I do believe in my heart of hearts that we are God's chosen people. And I feel like, if you've ever heard me talk, I believe we need to have not only a political, but I believe there needs to be a spiritual awakening in the black community. But I feel like our political alignment pulls us further and further away from our North Star, our God, the things that are going to heal us. And I was thinking about it because I was thinking about, in all of the places, what's supposed to sustain us in the worst times is our spirituality or our connection to God. But I almost feel like if you mention God in any type of conversation, serious political discussion or spirituality within the realm of that, you almost lose every bit of your credibility. But I do feel like if we're going to get what's right for us, like, I do somewhat in my life or mind believe that there has to be a spiritual connection. And the reason that we are where we are as black folks is because of a lack of spiritual connection. And my question is, one, is that crazy? And two, if it isn't, where is that reflected for us politically? Like, who black politically could honestly rest on their spirituality without being politically attacked from Democrats? I don't know. That was weighing on me yesterday. Because I feel like the more, like you were talking about the fire and stuff, or when you were, like, I kind of do believe they're plagues. I do believe, like, when you look at where they're happening and how they happen and who's being most affected by them, and I feel like I almost feel like y'all keep playing with us and stuff keep happening. But I don't know that we are allowed to speak spirituality or the divine part of what happens.
Yeah, because they don't want you to know who you are.
Like, this goes to the beginning of my conversation of, like, not realizing that, say, for instance, Jesus was black. Or not feeling like he could be. Or it could be, God could be black. And Ruthie, I was thinking about this election cycle, and I was thinking about all the people in the streets and everything that the fights are for. And I ask, do we ever get in alignment? Like, is there ever a point when our politics, spirituality, values all line up?
No. Because historically, the way that we utilize our politics is through the black church. If we don't make a serious disconnection or do some serious reflection about how that has crippled us, but those are the conversations that black people don't necessarily want to have, because religion has been indoctrinated in us in a certain way. So to give up your understanding of what your grandma and your great grandma and what your mama and your daddy and your uncles taught you, you're going to have to literally burn the whole system down. And our politics being connected to the black church, it don't work for us because of the way that the black church is being used to suppress and control us. So if your Jesus is white, then your politics gonna be white too.
Damn.
If you gotta go through a white Jesus to get your spiritual food, same way we gotta go through a white person to get our political food. Then we wonder why we messed up.
Is there a black elected official that could?
When you see black elected officials that are highly spiritual, this is in my humble opinion, mostly they be men, and either they fall on the side of, this is just my humble opinion, they fall into two categories. You got the black man that has been made docile by religion, so you know he gonna sing the kumbaya and the da-da-das. And then you have the black man that is conservative and aligns with conservativeness based on their religion and spirituality. And they put those black men into certain categories. That's my humble opinion.
That's a great freaking opinion. That is a great freaking opinion, right? Because...
And I ain't even named no names, but you can figure out which one of them categories do they put black men in that are spiritual or religious.
And the conservative, the purple hairs, the purple, pink, and green hairs attack and then turn them into a racist or turn them into, they castigate them and then they can turn a black person into racist through theirs. Or they got the docile one who then
they just use
and then he becomes the prop against what our morals and values are. So
that's why I've been trying to say, ain't nobody talking about the role of the black church in this abortion debate. And that just goes to show you that, are we controlled by our spirituality or are we controlled by politics?
And that is so funny because I agree with that. Like, how many, like, you can't. I mean, I do think in this abortion debate, we are pawns. And I do think it is crazy to me that I have not seen one black pastor.
Nope, I'm trying to
tell you. Not one black pastor has stood up and said nothing. Because like, how y'all at the, like, there, because, like, I haven't seen a black pastor speak on this.
And you're probably not going to see one.
Like,
and I don't even have an opinion one way or the other. I'm just making an observation. We in trouble. Because we do need a spiritual awakening.
That's why we need the church. It wasn't about black people, but I'm going to stop. Anyway.
That's why black liberation theology is so scary to them. That's why Obama had to denounce or renounce. Denounce.
Jeremiah Wright and renounce.
Because once they start digging into the doctrine, they say, oh, no. It's nothing. If you use spirituality and Christianity to empower yourself through a black liberation standpoint, they don't want that. They gonna suppress that. Obama gonna be like, no, I was just playing. He married and we set up in this man's church under his tutelage, but I'm gonna denounce him because they don't want liberation. They don't want us to be able to use that book to liberate ourselves.
But that's the same book they use to oppress us.
Yeah, but it's they book. It's a difference in the way that is taught. Because I can flip to a random page
and read it twice
in the Bible, and I can read it 2 or 3 times, and I can see how it can be used for people who are sheep to be corralled.
Ruthie, it's interesting. Remember when I told you about the debate for you saw they tried to pass the Protection of Marriage Act yesterday, or they did in the House, but then they're gonna go to the Senate. It's interesting that also what I'll watch as this thing arrives is where does the black church fall on all of these moral debates? The black church
generally align with the Democratic Party.
What about God though? That nigga over there? You talking about that nigga over there? Let's go to the live line. Carl, you on the Maze Jackson show. Do we?
Yes. Morning again. This is Harold.
Oh, what's up, Harold? How you feeling, man? You on a roll this morning?
Man, I am heated, and I'm so happy that Ruthie, she mentioned what Barack Obama did, because it is about liberation theology. There's only some churches and preachers that I would listen to based off of liberation theology. And there's a lot of churches that focus on just preaching you happy, but not challenging you on what to do.
Get off Joe.
Now, granted, I do. No, hell no. Listen, hell no. I can't deal with that. Because when you got a church, a ministry that is large as that, and you don't talk about what's going on that affects everybody's life, this is the teaching under Dr. Wright. So we are messed up as a people, but there's a documentary that's called The Black Church that Channel 11 did, and it talks about the role that the preachers play. So I understand what Ruthie is talking about, saying, well, we can get kind of messed up. Like, no, if you read those heroes and sheroes who we lift up in history, they would tell you their strength came from the church. Like Harriet Tubman, her strength came from the church. Frederick Douglass, he was an ordained minister of the AME denomination, African Methodist Episcopal. So, they use their faith to guide them, but somewhere down the line, we got fucking lost. Excuse me, sorry about that. But, man, we are messed up. Black Jesus, I do believe in, before I joined Trinity when I was in high school, as a kid, I used to raise the question, like, hey, why is the Bible talking about this, but we got this picture up? And when you raise questions like that, you got friends and family think something wrong with you. Just go along with it. That's why earlier when I pointed out, if you look at the movie Red Tail, one of the pilots, he carried a picture of Jesus but the guy was black. I don't know, so many people probably missed over that. But so no, you're not out here by yourself, but people got to do a little more research. Again, people who are considered heroes and heroes in history, you read their biography, they will tell you it was their faith. It was the church. It was the black church. Because it is two different types of churches. You got those who want to just preach you happy, and then it's got those who going to challenge you to think and do for self. That's why I love how Dr. Wright will often mention when he preached, you know, we didn't begin in slavery. We were doing great things before then. And oppressors come in all different shapes and sizes, especially the ones that look just like you. So love y'all show, and go Cavaliers.
If it's going to be some Cavaliers, we don't even know if it's going to be none left. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We got any more callers? Call us. Give us a call, 872-259-7474.
Let me say one thing about what he said that I think the main difference is when you look at a Nat Turner or a Harriet Tubman. They had a direct connect to the source. Nat Turner, he was reading the Bible and he learned to interpret it for himself. He had a direct connect. After Harriet Tubman got hit in the thing, she started having them visions. That was a direct connect to the source. So that's why I'm not the biggest believer in the Catholicism, because I don't believe you need to go through a man to get to the source. And you see what happens when you eliminate the need to go through that man-made person. You can go directly to the source. So I absolutely agree with you that they had spiritual connections, but it was a level of them being able to directly tap into the source. And that's why, that's what makes black people so powerful, our ability to do that. And that's what they don't want us to be able to do. That's why they say made in the image of you, because you can go directly to that source, because that's what make us the chosen people, is our ability to do that. And once people learn that you can do that, that you ain't got to go through no man. Those are the most dangerous black people.
I usually do the church.
I'm just saying.
How you doing church today? Go on, Ruthie.
They don't want us to be free. And the only way to get free is to literally liberate your mind and find your direct connection to the source. But you literally have to give up your understanding of what you have been taught. And once you do that, I'm trying to tell you, once you directly connect yourself to the source, you don't have to ever go through no man to get the answers. But most people can't do it because we don't really necessarily specialize in self-reflection. I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
You know, I'm a Trinitarian. Like I'm a believer in Black liberation theology, and that's kind of how I got to the understanding of.
Somebody got to pull me up.
Like,
you got to pull me up. I gotta understand this, right? Like, I gotta understand this a little bit more. Like, I keep telling you, I'm wandering around in the wilderness. I know that there is a spiritual connection, and I feel like God and me have conversations all the time. I feel like he has sustained me. I got to tell you, I feel like when I say that in public, or if I was to say that in the realm of people that I know share those, they would not be able to say it in public. Like, you can't really talk about God and your spiritual connection in the realm of being a Democrat. And then it's like, they essentially, to me, keep us disconnected from what Ruthie is calling the source that energizes us to be able to have this fight. Man, Ruthie, you was all quiet all day, and then you just had a Tourette's outburst of just insane knowledge. You be doing that, though. That was a good thing.
It's psychological warfare. Like, in order to get to these understandings, like, sometimes you got to go through, like, just so much internal trauma and thinking, like, am I crazy? Is there something wrong with me?
Man, I do literally be like, what's wrong with me? Mm-hmm. Like, what? Let's go to the live line. Call you on the Maze Jackson Show. Can black people have a spiritual connection with God and still be Democrats in Illinois? Caller.
Shalom, shalom.
Uh-oh. It is King Israel calling us all the way from the site of Robeson High School. What's up, dog?
Hey, okay, you got jokes. Okay, go Raiders. The real Raiders.
Y'all got a black AstroTurf field? We do. Go ahead. I'm stop messing with you. What's up, Israel? How you feeling, man?
No, it's all good. No, you need to holler at Felicia Starver. I think that's her name. She's been trying to get you to tune in. You know, ain't that that lawyer that did with you B1?
Who?
Felicia Starver.
Oh, Felicia Stovall.
Stovall. Yeah, she studied with the Hebrews. She can go over. We're trying to get. I know you was in the heat of the campaign, but you know, she's trying to get you to come on home, you know.
I'm going to come over to the place on Saturday, but we be having meetings on Saturday, but so we might have to have a Sunday meeting, but I'm definitely going to come check it out because I definitely...
Words are spirit. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, none of them words in the Bible. Anytime you say Saturday, you're giving worship to a Saturn God. God ain't even, that's a make-believe word. It's government ordained ministry. So you can't talk to certain people about this because they will think you crazy. But the fact is, they crazy because they've been brainwashed for 400 years. Only one of us gonna ride through this concrete, and you know everybody ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? So if I want to hit you with one little lick right quick, Revelation 12:7, there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought, and his angels. I didn't even know the dragon had angels. It's deep and prevailed not. Neither was their place found any more in heaven. The great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. Did he deceive half the world, Maze?
Say that, the last part you said.
Which deceiveth the whole world. If you was looking at the script, I'm saying, does the book say he deceived a third of the world? How much of the world did the devil deceive?
The whole world.
He cast out into earth. Where he get cast out to?
Hey, man, you tell the story. I ain't got to be... Go ahead, man. Make me say it.
I'm trying to let you and your listeners understand. We fighting these devils down here now. They control 2/3 of the earth. They even want out 1/3. Ruthie on point. She be listening. I see she be listening. Yeah, Ruthie on point. You know, we was taught to think backwards as soon as we came out of mama's womb. We talking back and thinking back. Man, it's a long story, but like I say, it's not a long story. It's a short story, but those who want to listen, first of all, you got to want to believe in the Bible because there's some wicked people out here don't even read the Bible. And I'm straight from the street to the suite, so I'm saying I had to wake up one day. I don't know how you know this. I died before. I had 1,500 blood sugar about 10 years ago. I passed away, but the Creator brought me back. I heard the devil didn't want to be bothered with me, and God wasn't ready for me with Yahweh. I ain't going to give you too much. Like I said, get Hebrews an hour over there one day, or Hebrew takeover one day. Let Felicia or somebody or some of her... I mean, I think y'all ready for be woken, but the Satan ain't. Satan had 1,000 years in rule. His 1,000 years over. But we won't come together because of these politics and religion. All religions are wrong. I said it. Bob Israel said all 4,199 because they man-made. He didn't choose no religion. He chose a group of people in that book. Was the Israelites. He's done, man. Shalom.
Shalom, shalom. All right, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Ruthie, you could be the guest preacher at my church. Ruthie, I'm telling you, I bet if we got us some robes,
you know,
we could have.
I'm a pretty spiritual person. I just be low key. Cause I think some people just be. I don't do stuff for other people. Like, if I need to utilize my abilities and my sourceness, then I do it. But I ain't finna use it to finesse people. I'm not gonna use it to manipulate people. And I use my gifts like I try, I will say, because, you know, we all fall short, but I try to use my gifts. But all black people inherently have the gift and the ability to be connected directly to the source. And that is what they don't want you to know about yourself. And it goes into the whole conversation of melanin. I know. So, but
you mean the actual bing, when I be going outside and I feel like bing, 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 bing. That's why we got to get outside. Why is it that I do feel like when I go outside
it's
and the sun be like.
That's the knowledge that they don't want us to have.
The sun God. Hey, y'all. I need a cartoonist. I need somebody to draw Ruthie the warrior princess. Right? We're going to have Ruthie like on one of them comic book characters. She going to have like a big old, well, it's not going to be a spear. It's going to be like a gun spear. Right? It's going to be a spear that turns into a gun. And you know, you know how they be having the bikini with the, and then you're going to be standing on pile of dead people.
What?
And she gonna
I'm a lover. I am not a fighter.
But yeah, but you
But each person got like liberation,
right?
freedom,
you liberate,
you know
right?
what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
I
Overcome,
stomped.
you know what I'm saying?
I stomped on the oppression, and it's gonna be like I killed a Karen. Oh, not killed a Karen. I kicked the Karen. I slapped Karen around. I had to climb to the top of the. I do feel like. Let me ask you a question. Do you think you could ask black elected officials in front of their left-leaning counterparts, do they believe that black people have a spiritual connection with God? I'm just curious. Like can you imagine a meeting?
No.
Like at the state central committee,
they would probably have to deny it, but they know.
Would they have to? So that's my point, though. Do black? So like, do you have to deny? Like, yes. So because I would tell you that a lot of arguments we having with the people, like the pink and orange and all of that stuff, their values are not aligned with ours. No. But we're not allowed to speak on it
because politics trump everything. Politics equal money. You ever heard of selling your soul?
I saw that movie. What's that movie? Crossroads. Did you see Crossroads?
The only Crossroads I know is Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Boo! You got to watch Crossroads with Ruthie. We need to watch Crossroads at the Social Club on movie night. Because Crossroads was with Joe Seneca and Ralph Macchio, the Karate Kid. And he wanted to learn how to play the blues. And so he went and sold his soul to the devil. And they went to the crossroads that you talking about right now. That crossroads you talk about was based on that movie. You got to watch Crossroads, Ruthie. You just don't be knowing. But you be knowing sometimes, because today I think the Holy Spirit got you. What is that called for the black people, though? Because I got to be calling it the Holy Spirit no more.
I call it tapping in. And when you tap in, you can't tap out. It's hard.
That be my problem, man. Henry Bull. Who is Henry Boulay? Who is Henry Bull on the show? Get him on. Give me all the people. I want to talk to all the black people. I want to have a Hebrew Israelite hour. What you think? What would be crazy? What I would love to do is have a Hebrew Israelite hour, and I'd like to talk to people from that aren't Hebrew Israelites, and I'd like them to talk and then take me out of it. But then they call me.
Man, stop.
Why you being anti today?
Because you know that people don't want to hear the truth.
Damn. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. For my girl, Ruthie Moore, who did not let me get to any topics on the paper.
Tennille gonna get you.
I got 3 of the headlines. Did I mention y'all that the Lions are back after a bath on, can we take a Lions Den picture by the Lions? Like, could we all go meet up outside of, because I don't think I've ever been to the art museum. Like, it ain't the Museum of Science and Industry. Who wants to go to that? But I feel like I want to go. So maybe we could do that. But I want to take a Lions Den picture by the fresh washed lions. We got, not that lion, like the real.
Wait till they get a new outfit on.
No! Nobody with the cornball lion with the Santa Claus. Nobody with no Santa Claus ass lion. What you want to wear? Wear they Blackhawks jersey or something?
It's about to be like, they something. I like when they dress them up.
Then you take your picture that way. We could take our Christmas photo there too. Well, we ain't gonna have Christmas, right? We gonna have. What we gonna call it?
So, we see that's probably
Blackmas.
We got to give up the holidays.
We gonna celebrate Kumbaya. I mean, not Kumbaya. We gonna celebrate Kwanzaa. After I read the book, though,
I don't know about him because he tried to take down the movement.
Man, that's the problem with y'all reading, boy. You read a book, you don't like nobody, never.
Nope.
And let me just say this, and then I'm gonna let go. Does anybody watching The Boys?
What network?
Amazon Prime. Okay, so you gotta watch The Boys because The Boys is about imagine the ugly back end of the Avengers. Like when all your superheroes is really not superheroes, they really bad people, but they show you the good side on TV. But if you could see what they do outside of those 5 hours on TV, they be killing people. They be doing.
You are so open-minded to TV shows.
You know what?
Like you are so open-minded to them.
No, I'm really not.
I can't even get through the first of something to see if it's good.
Can I tell you what made me watch that one? What's the dude, Freddie, who did the Black history cards?
I know what you're talking about. Yep.
There's certain people, if they say watch a show,
you gonna check it out.
I'm gonna check it out. And like I've watched the show like 3 or 4 times, tried to start, but when I saw him be like, no, this like he was raving about it, I was like, okay, this brother ain't wasting no time. He's super pro-Black. He ain't wasting no time on. And he was raving about it. And after getting through the first episode, you just be like, it's the moral failings of like all of like it really feels like all of these people that we hold up on high pedestals that present to us, but when you know their other side, you be like, wait.
See, but it's all an illusion.
Yep, that's the whole point.
But see, the thing is if you pray for discretion and discernment, you won't be fooled by those people. But once you see it, you can't unsee it. And that's the catch-22 part of it.
Man, I hate that I could see stuff. I promise I'll be like, could you please take this away from me? I do not want to read the news. I would like to read the newspaper the way I used to read it.
Be like, yeah, redlining. Ooh,
thank
they
y'all.
Discovered it.
Thank y'all. Please,
good.
thank you. Thank you for saving us white people from ourselves. We were savages, and if it wasn't for you saving us from our savage, uncredit-worthy selves, we still would be homeless. Oh, my bad, we are. Okay. Anyway.
Praise white Jesus.
Praise white Jesus.
Wasn't it on the Boondocks?
Yes.
Praise white Jesus.
We need Black Jesus. We celebrate. I'm getting a picture of Black Jesus up in here. Okay, this is what I need. I need somebody sharing. If you want to draw me one, you can. But I need a Black Jesus with locks, right? I want him to be like locks, no gold tooth. No tooth. Can he have a ring? Nah, no rings. Okay, do he put those little corn things on the hair? The little shells on y'all? You know how y'all be putting things?
Now you know Black Jesus got some shells on his lock.
He ain't got no shells. He got them gold things. My Black Jesus gotta have gold. Can I design my own Black Jesus?
He made in your image. Yes, you can.
Man, can I just put a picture? I want to do Black God there.
Maze.
What do I have to wear?
You can.
Can Black God wear a wiftable shirt?
Maze. He's made in your image. If you want him to have a taper fade, he can have that. Your black Jesus can slick down his baby hair if he wants.
No! My Black Jesus ain't got no baby hair. That's Black
Maze,
trans Jesus.
It can even be a woman.
No.
Open up your mind, my brother.
No.
Open up your mind.
Ruthie.
I can see that.
Riis, look.
It's the mother. It's the mother nature. It's the create a life. Who creates life? The women create life, right?
So next you're gonna be talking about the ankh oh God.
It is.
That's what's wrong with us, man.
The symbol of life,
why would
man.
we think? And why would we assume that?
So y'all done woke Riis up.
A man is God, like why do we assume that?
It was
because we could
we live in a male dominant society.
Because the man could say, "Give me some,"
but he can't give birth.
He can't bring life.
You can't make a birth without a man.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
Jesus.
Gotcha.
So y'all subscribing to the new Bible.
See, here you go.
Okay.
It's the white man's Bible.
Y'all subscribing. Y'all are subscribing to the blonde hair, blue eyed. I mean, not the blonde hair, the purple, green, and yellow hair version of the Bible that says that men and women, like, is it like they?
Open up your mind, Maze.
I am, but
both.
So let me just say. So are we gonna?
Maze,
so
don't take it too far.
Are there pronouns in the Black Bible?
Oh goodness.
What does Black Jesus answer to?
So yo.
He's a Kappa?
My bad.
I ain't calling Black Jesus if he a Kappa though. All right. Y'all, can somebody draw me a picture of Black Jesus, please? Because I want to hang him up in the studio.
No graven images.
Okay, so wait. Do we believe in the Bible or not?
It depends. When
and where does it say no? That's have no other gods before me. I can't be in front of myself.
Listen, it's a lot that we gotta unpack. I'm not a religious scholar at all.
Do you read how this what the black preachers do when you get them? They be saying, but that is not what the original Greek version says. Right? Like when you be catching up the pastors in the lies, then they want to switch to a different Bible.
No, it actually says like you're not supposed to question the Bible.
Man, how could Lord have mercy?
But this don't seem right.
Ain't nobody going to Sweden, Salim.
What did he say?
Talk about the Church of Sweden no longer refers to the deity as he. That to me is the orange, purple, pink Bible. Just telling you. Man, he in his. Ruthie, if you don't believe, then if it wasn't for us, y'all wouldn't even be here. I had to give you a bone.
Who is us?
A rib.
You believe that?
Yes.
See?
Yeah.
I don't believe that.
For sure I do.
I believe you.
How did Eve get here then? How did Eve get here?
Of course y'all would want to believe that part. Listen, I don't mind people taking parts of the Bible that they want to believe.
Eve needed a man.
Mm-hmm.
It's a problem. Then she started hanging around.
Oh, Maze, come on, please. Can we end the show? Because you're going to get a letter.
But I'm just saying.
You're going to get a letter.
Eve was trying to find a side dude in the garden running around here because Adam was out there working.
Care of his
he was working.
He was not taking care of his business.
He was trying to find some clothes for everybody.
And, he was at
and
home
she out here, this dude like, I'll get you a fur.
Instead of being out there gallivanting, she would never fell victim.
Hot pants. Oh, hot pants.
She would never fell victim.
That's why God punished y'all.
That's why men need to come back and stay home.
That's why God punished
Stay home and take care of your family.
You was out there acting fast.
Man out there naming all these animals, doing
right.
all this.
He got to go climb all that. He is going, right. Every day he got to go name 5 million animals, and she out here hanging out with the snake.
He was over there drinking malt beverages.
And she out there hanging with the snake.
How would he know if it was malt if he didn't taste it, Ruthie? Come on, Ruthie. You have to name it. This is malt. How do you know I taste it?
Listen, this is the problem with y'all and this show. Y'all be making too many jokes about real stuff. Don't y'all be joking about the Bible, okay? Y'all gonna offend some people.
I feel like I'm offended every day when people talk about the Bible, because they be doing everything that the Bible I learned about didn't say, and they be like, and they be like, I feel like them people be like, I dare you to say Jesus, I dare you, say Jesus, black man, and we'll turn you into a religious cycle.
But again, I'm gonna say this again. Generally, it's black men. You don't really see too many black women who be connected to politics on the Jesus kick like that.
Right, because no, they not gonna be on the Jesus kick. They gonna be connected to the.
Here you go.
Because, they usually are adopted by the pink, orange, and green hair people for their blackness, because they need to have a black woman. And then if you are attached to your people and you don't detach from your people, then then they use their whiteness against you. I'm sorry, they do. I just think that I'm not even talking about the Bible. I do think though that I be looking at people who are spiritually conflicted politically, and politics always wins over spiritual.
Because politics governs our lives.
That's so crazy to me. All right, y'all. It is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host. Riis, like, you want to say something? It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. For Maze, Riis, and Ruthie. Ruthie caught the Holy Ghost. Can we rename the Holy Ghost?
To what? What's your name?
I don't know, but we got to come up with black names for all of the stuff now, because I can't be catching the Holy Ghost. I got to catch something. But
Shouting. Not you shouting. You know how you shout in church?
No, just call it a vibe.
Oh, see, look, you new school people vibe.
Yeah, you catching the vibe.
I caught a vibe at church.
I called them shout.
I called a vibe at church. See, Maze, you better stop playing. This is what they tell us not to do. Riis, you back there playing too? It ain't me.
Thank you, love, for waking me up this morning.
You ever been in church when they start out shouting and then they turn it into a dance? Then they
be. See footwork in here. He used to be the footwork king back in the 2000s. He just started
catching a vibe.
You catch a vibe in church. Y'all don't shout no more. Y'all catch a vibe in church.
Look at these new school. Catching a vibe. You shouting, girl. That's shouting.
That's shouting. That's shouting.
What you do? I'm catching a vibe. What?
I'm just catching a vibe.
That's good. Now, do y'all smoke when y'all go to church?
Oh my God. Can we end this show?
I'm just asking.
Come as you are.
Does that include high?
Come as you are. I don't think we should judge people. Anybody should be able to come into the church to get them a word. However you want it. Come get you a word.
Does the level of drug make a difference?
No, because that's the people who probably need to be up in there.
You come right in there. Just imagine you getting drunk, you get smoking, and look what God led you, man. You come through there, you might be at the place where you might be like you ain't never been intoxicated, and then it felt like everything that was said was about you. Like, you know.
That's how church be. It do be about you. I think the preachers write the sermon to make you feel like it's you. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Maze, Riis, and Ruthie. We got to get up out of here. What's up?
I just want to say to Black Jesus, that was Maze and Riis that was playing.
He woke me up this morning. I can't shout. I can't catch a vibe because he woke me up this morning, huh?
You can't shout.
We wasn't shouting, man. We was catching the vibe. Because he woke us up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
3 hours of the show complete. It's a success.
This, you know what this is though? When you shout, I'm gonna tell you. I feel like Ruthie, right? You be like, church is supposed to be over at 12, and they still play. Riis, now what you supposed to do? Like as we was about to close out, and we about to be, then you supposed to bring the church music. You supposed to bring the church back up. Then you supposed to, like as I start to wrap it up, then you supposed to bring the church music, and I'm supposed to start shouting again. And Ruthie's supposed to be like, I'm ready to go home. It's just because I used to be like,
y'all just leave.
Y'all gonna church? Y'all gonna shout?
It's that one person in church that the pastor always say, I'm going to go ahead and finish on up because I know I hold it too long. Take your time, pastor. But looking at
everybody like, if you don't shut your...
Talking about take your time. Take your time, pastor. Take your time.
All you got to do is put your finger up and walk out. That's all you got to do.
What is the finger, though? Or when they put their hand up?
1 minute, I'm so sorry.
It's like
a courtesy.
It's a courtesy because I think it's just like deemed disrespectful to be walking around and moving while that's going on. So you got to put your finger up to be like, I acknowledge.
It's me. Yes, it's me. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. Every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said we out of here. Peace.
Yes!
Lord!
Church principal in the house, y'all.
Woo!
Make sure you sing your stars. Sing your
10%. Don't forget we got a discount on the tithe of the day. It's down to 10%.
Look at Ruthie.
Oh, God. Lord, we need you. Lord, we need you right now. Come on down. Lord, bless us real good. Not to you in the back. To you, you, and you. The Lord, may he bless you. May he keep you. Between you, your family, your mama, your daddy and them, save me some after church chicken. Because as Reverend Butter Biscuit, I will be coming through. Now, Lord, I'm going to ask you to lay hands on everybody. Not just her, but you, and you. In the front, the back. I see you got your money out. You're feeling like you're ready to tithe.
Offering time.
Lord, I got 20. Anybody got 20 in the back? I know the Lord gonna bless you real good. Lord, put the lighter up. I got 20 in the back. 30, 40. If you got some money for the Lord, come on back, y'all. Come on back. Ruthie, come on down. Look, we taking you down at the altar. Come on, I got the oil. We can lay some hands. Y'all come on down. Pray to Black Jesus. Because right here on the Maze Jackson Show, Black Jesus lives. Black Jesus lives. And I'm here to tell you, and you, that the Lord loves you. We love you right here.
Church Whithaber.
Church of Whithaber. Black people first. For the deaconess, the head deaconess, Ruthie Moe. She in charge of the collection plate. For Usher Board number 345. For my organist in the back, DJ Riis the Ruler. I'ma tell you the Lord gonna stay with you. Lord, bless them. Keep them as they go on their travels. Give them traveling mercy as they go to work. As they got to listen to that white man tell them all that bull all week. You bring them back. Lord, protect them from redlining. Protect them from the NASCARs in the streets. Lord, protect them from the speed cameras.
Thank you, Martha Reed. 200 stars.
200 stars.
29 weeks in a row.
Lord, 29 weeks in a row. Let me tell you, y'all pray for us. Pray for them. Pray for all of us as we leave, as we rest. Lord, will you rest, rule, and abide? Right here in this miraculous studio brought to us by the good Lord Black Jesus. Right here where you can get the Holy Ghost. That's right. The Lord be with you. With you. Let's bless all our elected officials today. Y'all vote right. Don't let them redline you out your house. Don't let them. I pray to the Lord. Lord, I said my rent is due. I said I don't know how I'm going to pay it, Lord.
He'll make a way.
He said he'll make a way. He said, brother, just chill, just chill. Lord, I went to the mailbox, and there was a check in the mailbox, and they paid my card note. And Lord, right when I was trying to pay my phone, I know it's somebody out there, it's some young lady out there trying to pay a phone bill. Lord, bless her with a sugar daddy. Lord, there's somebody out there that needs a car, a ride to work. Show them how to get a red line pass, Lord. Lord, there are so many people that need you right now. I just want you to bless them all. Bless them all. And bless that auction, that offering plate. Only today, 10% time. But we're doing 40. 40. Lord, bless them all. Bless. Lord, pray for everybody on WBGX. Pray for everybody on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Lord, pray for our deaconess as she rides home, checking them notes. We gonna be all right, y'all. We gonna be all right. This is the Maze Jackson Show. So now, may the Lord rest, rule, and abide with you, and you. Give us all traveling mercies as I, myself, Maze Jackson, the preacher, as Ruthie, MF, and Mo, the deaconess, and as our organist, DJ Riis the Ruler. Turn it up for me, Riis. Turn it up. Hit the organ for him real quick, Riis. Go, Riis. I'm going to get y'all up out of here. He woke me up this morning.
Break it all down for y'all.
Look, the spirit done got Ruthie. She can't leave. The door won't open. The Lord said, come on back.
The door won't open.
The door won't open. You try to leave, but the Lord closes one door, open another. She pulling out her computer because she about to start it back up. Look, y'all. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I have sweated out my shirt. Lucky I ain't got a robe on. That's right, straight out of Bolingbrook. I want to tell you, thank you, and thank you. All right, now, I have said this 3 times. May the good Lord rest, rule, and abide with you, and you. Deaconess Ruth and Mo. We left the MF and O, but that is Ruth, the MF and Mo. DJ Riis the Ruler, take him to the flow, organist. And I am the spiritual leader of our movement. The What's in It for the Black People movement, born straight out of Bolingbrook. I am your pastor. I am the good Reverend Dr. Maze Jackson. And if you don't like it, you can still tell him. Maze said we out of here. Peace.
I was